Oh, let me also click the go live button. Okay, now that should be full, right? Maybe? Did I miscount? No, there's one more, kick some. Okay, and then if I could have Himbo, Cardana, and Shaka all join Alliance F. Oh, let me unlock slots as well. Sorry. Role selections are currently undone. B is not full, it should have one more slot. There you go. Okay, and then Jean d'Alter, if you could also join Alliance A for me. We're gonna have 2 red mages, but it is what it is. Okay, and that should be party sorted. Anyone else who joins can join Wobble and be in safe hands. John Dalter, if you could come to Alliance A for me. Sorry, I don't know if I misspoke, but yeah. Okay, perfect. Yeah. I'm gonna go and go over some stuff. Since there are a lot of cleared people, on this run, I'm just gonna keep things relatively short. You know, explanations are gonna be nice and chill. But before that, I am going to go ahead and ask for some key raid critical role. So, I have a Sims Percept myself, or actually it's probably going to be Himbo. So I will need a Golem's Percept, and that's it for Percept. So if anyone is willing to Golem's Percept, this can be, preferably one of the newer people, or Eureka Gremlin, if one of you could do that for me, it would be appreciated. Yeah, we can do that. William, RMS, if you guys could both leave your parties and then join the opposite parties. So RMS to A and William to, RMS to F and William to A. Yeah. I will unlock slots for you because I know they were probably locked to different jobs. For example, okay, perfect. We have Eureka Gremlin, Percepting Golems. Eureka Gremlin is also going to be my Golem's lead for today. Our duelist is going to be Himbo Hooters. That will be our Secret Percept as well. TA Percept is going to be Bebo. Rend Armor. We will need 2 melee DPS to bring Rend Armor. Rend Armor is a huge damage bonus for the entire raid. It's very easy, you just replace your Banner of Honored Sacrifice with Rend Armor. And then... fonts, I... do what makes you happy. If you would like to melee, go for it, but I think, you know, we would also still appreciate having healers, consider we also only have 5 of those. Yeah, we have really good proportions of DPS, so I think we'll be fine. Okay, I see 1 Rend Armor from Jiren. And if no one else volunteers for Rend Armor, I am going to volunteer someone. We are kind of low in melee, so... yeah. If you are a melee, you should have plenty of Rend Armor from your Pure Essence Fragment. Rend Armor is very easy. If no one else volunteers, I am probably going to have Ivor do it. Perfect. And Ivor, I'll give you the easier of the 2 Rends. I'll give you Rend 1. I'll explain how to use that at Trinity Seeker before our first boss. And yeah. All you need to do is just make sure you look at the holsters. There should be a Rend Armor holster. And yeah. Okay, next up is going to be our batteries, I believe. So DPS, if you are on a DPS, you know what you're doing, and you were willing to be a battery, please say something now. If you're a battery, I will pay you like 500k at this point. You're the Gremlin, perfect. I'll have you be the TA battery. Aramis is the Queen Physical Battery. And William, you will be the QG. And if I have anyone who is willing to be a Magical Battery, we will have 2 of them, with Wobble. Yeah, we have all 3 physical batteries. If anyone would like to be a magical battery, it means more damage for you and Wobble on our last 2 bosses at the very least. But if you don't, then no big deal. We will skip past that. Okay then. Real quick, I'm going to enter my Mind Palace and I'm going to organize Lowman Slimes. Since we are very low on people, we're going to just have a hit squad of 8 people go do slimes for us. I don't have any heroisms, but I do have 500,000 gold, so go have fun. Yeah, I'm gonna choose 8 people to go do slimes with me. Let's see, myself, probably Dorman. I'm trying to leave you guys with enough things. Oh yeah, I got you. Hold on, let me. Before Bobble gets to you.
I'm talking to the box, Rip.
Bottom. Let's see. Kit, some question. Are you comfortable, fake tanking? Or have you tanked slimes before? Just let me know in Alliance chat real quick. Okay. I'm gonna give you guys at least Hazel and Carlona as tanks. What about you, Aramis? Aramis, are you comfortable tanking? No, I'm just asking because I would like to have... We need 4 people to tank slimes. You do not have to swap to a tank to be able to tank slimes. But it is kind of important that you know what to do. I can explain it if you want to try, but it is going to be, like, significantly harder and there's going to be significantly more risk to it, so I would rather someone who is somewhat comfortable doing it. Probably do that. Oh, my headphones gave out. Let's see. Man, I'm having a fucking tough time. Okay, Fonz, I'm gonna have you big tank as well, because I know you know what you're doing. My mic give okay no. But yeah, Fonz, I'm gonna have you big tank because you know what you're doing. And then I need one more chapter. Oh, I was gonna have you come to Slimes and be a red player for me, Humbo, but I need one more interrupter. Actually, can I still Bebo maybe? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna still Bebo, as a red interrupter. There we go. And we're good. We have I've organized Slimes. We're good. Okay. Sorry for the delay. We are relatively low man, so there are a lot more things to organize. I'm gonna go ahead and post the roster. I'm gonna go and post the roster. In addition, I am going to post the slimes assignments. Okay, there we go. There is our roster info. I'm gonna go and pin that and delete the other pen.
Party still up?
Yep, PF is still up. Feel free to join.
Join D.
Yeah, join D. You'll be with Wobble. Fine.
M7S requests were absolutely horrible.
I am sorry for your loss. Okay, I'm also gonna post the slimes assignments. If you are not in the slimes image, you are going to go to golems. So the only people going to slimes are going to be myself, Dorman, Fonce, William, Himbo, Akiki, Wobble, and Bibo. Everyone else, you are going to go to golems, the quote-unquote easier of the two sides. I'm gonna go ahead and explain some stuff, but if you are not already, please go ahead and also, like, if you have a second monitor or a phone or something, pull up DRS Learning. Throughout the instance, I'm gonna be posting images and guides and stuff, and that is where they're gonna be posted, since I can't post images in Final Fantasy XIV, unfortunately. I am gonna go over a couple things before we actually enter the instance, just real quick. First and foremost, please make sure that you have— oh god, I wish, dude. But I'm gonna go ahead and remind you to please make sure you have everything in the required holsters. If you are new, that's usually gonna be like lots of pure essences, lots of re-razors, and then some pretty basic actions, one of which probably comes from your pure essence fragment. But yeah, there is the holsters. Please double check you have everything in them. If you are missing anything, please say something in Alliance chat. And yeah, biggest takeaways though, make sure you have pure essences. Pure essences are required to complete the content. If you don't have a pure essence, then you're either gonna hit like a pool noodle and do no damage, or you're gonna die to every raid wipe. There are very few setups that are better than a pure essence, and all of them require a lot of knowledge and a lot of support. So please just bring a pure essence. If you do not have a pure essence, there is a good likelihood that I will just leave you on the ground, because raises are limited inside this instance. It's not that I don't want you to clear, it's not that I don't want you to come with us, but we do need to make sure that we are not wasting rises on someone who will then die to the next raid wide. In addition, within each party, make sure that there are a couple key roles filled. Make sure one of the casters, at least, is going to have Cure 4. Cure 4 is a massive damage bonus for your entire party, as well as the main source of healing for your party. If there are multiple casters in a party, feel free to talk it out and discuss which one of you is bringing Cure 4. Or if multiple of you are new, just all bring Cure 4. Cure 4 is a pretty big heal, and it's better to have redundancy, especially if multiple of you are new. Wobble, if I see you bring I see you bring a backup pure essence to my runs, I'm going to hate crime you. Please do not bring a gambler than a pure essence swap. That's such a waste. Just go full gambler if you're gonna commit.
Yeah, just go full gambler and run bubble C4.
Exactly. But yeah. Yeah, that's the casters. Make sure there is Cure 4 in your party. It is arguably the most important action in this instance. Aside from that, tanks, make sure one of you has Ether Shield. If you're the only tank in the party, you are by default bringing Ether Shield. Unless your party is like alt and Fortitude and doesn't need it. If there are multiple tanks, discuss who's bringing Ether Shield, who's bringing the off-tank holster. Physical range. If there are 2 physical range in a party, please make sure both of you have that Dervish ability. If there's only one, make sure that you have Dervish. Dervish is a huge damage boost for your entire party. It boosts damage, it gives haste, it gives crit rate, it gives everything. It is so strong. It's better than you even having a Banner of Honored Sacrifice. So just bring Dervish, please. Finally, healers, make sure you have both Steel Sting and Spellforge. Other servers may ask you to bring only one or the other, but I'm going to ask you to have both inside your holster, because it's better to just bring both and cut down the redundancy. And yeah, that's basically all I have to say. At this time, if you are missing pure essences, if you are missing actions, if you are missing re-razors, say something in Alliance chat. If you have questions, please ask them. We love questions. There are no bad questions. I promise you, no matter how dumb it sounds to you. I promise we have heard dumber. I have heard dumber, like Wobble asking if he can bring GDP in the 2025th year of Lord our Savior. Like, there are way dumber questions out there. Nothing you can ask is dumber than what Wobble asked, I promise. Or what Hazel just asked. That's also really dumb.
I get some lost frags and some
Yeah.
lost frags.
Please say what you need in Alliance chat. There are many of us that are willing to give you stuff if you ask. That said, I'm gonna go ahead and run a ready check. If you are missing anything, please say no to the ready check and say what it is in Alliance chat that you need. Yeah, I can give you lost fragments. I can give you 63 of them, in fact. Where are you?
Nice. I mean, 6 more would be nice, but okay.
Lost assassination does work on big greens, but do not do it because if you assassinate them too early, then one will light up the pad, and then the pad will dim before the rest explode.
That's what, like a
Ask-
10-second diff?
Ask me how I know. Yeah. Okay. Waiting on a couple people. I'm gonna give you guys like 2 minutes, and then I'm gonna queue us in. As a reminder again, please just have everything you need. If you don't have the pure essence, we can provide them. If you're missing actions, we can provide them. What's most important is that you have what you need. We do not care. We have so much skill, so many fragments. We will give them to you.
I don't think I would want to be an interrupter as a gambler. That would hurt so much.
Yeah, that would tickle. But also just have a Kiki grab all 4 of them for you. Easy.
Oh, I'll do it as Owen.
Okay, I think we are good to go. Again, if you are missing anything, please say no. Please say something now. Yeah, otherwise I'm gonna go ahead and end the recruitment. I'm gonna go ahead and queue us in. Other NPC, not the Wandering Dramaturge. There we go. At this time, please go ahead and hit commence if you have everything. If you are missing pure essences, re-raises, say something now, hit no. Otherwise, go ahead and hit commence for me, please. Don't be the one person that sits there until like 2 seconds left on the timer, please. The most annoying person you know, if we get that far, is just gonna hit the loudest, most annoying macro possible. And then I'm gonna be tilted, you're gonna be tilted, like, it's not gonna be a
Is Chalky even here?
No, Chalky's busy wiping the M8 ads. Okay, at this time, if this is your first time inside Delubum Regine Savage, welcome. Enjoy the cutscene, it's gonna show you all the unique new parts of Delubum Regine Savage. Once you are done with that though, please take note of the 2 glowing pads and make sure to avoid them. The 2 pads at the bottom of these stairs are going to take you down to our first encounter, Slimes and Golems. Once you go down, there is no way back up to this cache, so if you drop down without a pure essence, without your re-raiser active, without your holster fill, there is no way back and you're basically just going to be useless. Okay, at this time, go ahead and make sure you have a Pure Essence and Re-Raiser active, as well as 2 decent starting actions. Please don't start with utility actions like, Steel Sting, Spellforge, Dispel, Ether Shield, stuff like that. Please don't start with that, equipped, because it's going to be completely useless for our first couple encounters. You're literally just going to be a sandbag if you do that, so please just start with, useful actions. If you don't have anything better, just use damage actions. I'm going to be double checking, making sure everyone has Pure Essences, Re-Raisers, everyone looks good except for Yue, Akiki, Tiaf, if you guys could equip Pure Essences. And then I'm going to start looking through actions. Hazel.
Placing frags.
Hazel, you know what's wrong. I don't have to tell you. Ivor, you're not gonna need Lost Protect. Just go ahead and you can replace that with Font of Power. Other people are giving out Protect 2, which is just strictly stronger. Let's see. Once you've equipped 2 useful starting actions... I was asking you to make sure to equip a Pure Essence, but you have already done that, so don't worry. Yeah. You are fine. I'm gonna go and fill up my holster. Make sure that your holster is full of everything you need. Double check the roster assignments. If you think you got assigned something. For example, I had to make sure I was not assigned as a Precept because I absolutely would have forgotten it.
I can fit like 2. I have fit 2, huh?
Okay, I know what I'm doing. At this time, once you have filled up your holster, if your holster is at, like, full capacity, that should be 99 of 99 if you were at rank 25. 89 if you haven't done the special quest. Under that if you're rank 25. Ivor, you were assigned as Rend, so as long as you have Rend armor, 1 active and 3 in your holster, you are good. But you can find it pinned into your SLA. Okay, I'm gonna call an Abyss Chain. That sounds fun. Okay, once you have everything you need, that means your Pure Essence is active, your Re-Razor is active, you have 2 decent starting actions equipped, and your holster is full of everything you need. Feel free to go back to your waymarkers. Every waymarker is for, like, the relevant party, you know, A through D for A through D, 3 for E because it looks like an E, and 4 for F because it starts with an F. Yep, and as Wobble said, make sure that you do not get AFK kicked. There's a 10-minute AFK kick timer in this instance. Explanations can sometimes take a little long, though I'm going to try and make sure that they aren't this time. So make sure that you are moving around at least once every, like, 5-10 minutes, so that you do not get AFK kicked. Some of the individuals on this run have been AFK kicked in the most embarrassing ways possible. Do not end up like them. Just wiggle around. Yeah, don't go scroll TikTok during explanations. Don't go grind MapleStory in bed during explanations. Don't literally just alt-tab during explanations as the host. Yeah, don't. Okay, I'm gonna double check actions. Look, everything looks pretty good though, I think. Nothing looks too out of place. I'm noticing my red interrupter has vanish. Okay, never mind. We're good. At this time, if you're in parties, if you are not listed in the Slime's picture, so if your name is not Wobble, Dorman, Akiki, William, Himbo, Fonts, Bibo, myself, I don't know. I forgot. I kind of lost where I was going with that. If you're not one of those people, please go ahead and swap voice channels. There should only be like 8 people in this voice channel. If you're not on that image, go down to the Golem's voice channel below this one. You're gonna be led by Eureka. Have fun. Okay, those 8 people though, you guys should all know what you're doing, right? Like, I don't gotta do anything.
Done low man in a while. It's just that we take the last slime as well, I think.
Yep, it's the exact same. You just pull the last slime at the same time as everyone else. Very easy. There's a little trick you can do. Like, you can pull your last slime, like, before everyone else, and then just stand between the big slime and your small slime. But, like, that's what Carter does, but I think it's sus, so.
I think it's awful because then they punch you a lot. It's so rude.
Yeah, it's very mean.
I prefer kiting the really big slime because it can't hurt you if it's too far away.
Yeah.
It saves on, like, potion kit procs and you crying because you don't have any mitt.
It's easy to mess up the positioning if you do that. You have to be pretty precise where you're standing.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Yeah.
gonna bother.
I still get hit a bunch because I try to keep it slightly far side of the pad so that when I go to grab one, it goes right onto the pad.
Yeah.
Which means I have to run past it every now and then instead of around it.
But yeah,
Especially if there's a
Run
trap.
around it unless you have a trap. Yeah.
The traps, you gotta be careful.
yeah, I'm
So long as they're both on the
noticing
center of the pad.
a couple people in this voice chat who maybe should be in the other one. That should be Vital and Sylve, I believe.
Oh, I missed registration time. I'm just here to vibe.
oh,
I'm
right.
sorry.
If we do wipe to golems or slimes, if we somehow fuck it up, I can put PF up back. I can put PF back up for you if you like join. But otherwise, yeah, just
Thank you.
Yeah, we got a party with adequate healing in it, so and lots of space.
couple other reminders. Tanks, go ahead and mark yourselves. We're chilling. I think EG is organizing stuff up here. Go ahead and tanks, mark yourselves. 1, 2, 3, or 4, whatever I assigned you. For the pullers and interrupters, Akiki, you're gonna pull from the 3 room, Wobble from the 4 room. Wobble, feel free to help Akiki out if they need it. And Bibo, you're pulling both the south ones the first wave, while Himbo percepts. Pretty normal stuff. You guys know what you're doing. I trust all of you. And yeah, we're just
If it
vibing.
goes bad, just be calm about it, or I'll panic and kill us somehow.
Well, that's the one thing I'm good at, so...
Yeah,
Six Bobbles
you
could do
are. You
this.
have a really calming voice. I'm not gonna lie. Is that weird to say? Sorry.
Yeah, it's one of the, like... It's one of the only compliments I got when I was, like, starting to call BA, is that, like, I just let shit happen, instead of, like, panicking about it. But,
Yeah, the only problem was
Hey.
Opal was really quiet at the time.
yeah, until I got
I
a better
remember
mic.
having to turn her up to 200 and I could still barely hear her.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've had Opal turned up for.
Opal, did you know? I think I've already mentioned this. You were my first VA clear. You were calling it.
Oh, yeah. The
That was
Opal,
before people knew me.
Goals.
the Opal
Don't forget the
BAs were
potion kit
violent.
before you drop.
Yeah, as Simba said, potion kits, if you need bubble, go stand on the B for bubble, I guess. If you need protect, stand on C for shell, I guess. I don't know if anyone still has protect. But we're gonna be vibing until Golems is done explaining. They actually have to explain shit, because this is an Anyprog, get fucked.
I hit a few people with protect, but
Hey, do you ever wonder how to instantly raise the blood pressure of 9 people?
threw one of those at a TA right before TA.
Just
What was the question?
dude. Just like the one where it's like the knocking on the door. That one is what raises my blood pressure.
Reminds me of the fucking picture when, I swear I remember a picture of someone like having a mod where something just put a trap at the target's feet. Like one of the emotes.
Yeah.
That was
You would
such a
dope
good
someone.
one.
That was
Yeah, the
Val.
dope ones. That one was so. Oh god, I hate that one. I killed myself in the middle of a raid because I thought I was targeted by a tank buster.
That was such a good bit. I love that one.
I don't like what I'm hearing or what I'm seeing in party chat. I just
Lots
see
of times
Hazel
to
go,
view.
I do? Nope.
This is gonna go good. We might just see like the 5th ever Golems wipe. Dude, I saw the funniest fucking Golems wipe. I've been watching a lot of JPTC DRS VODs. God, I can't wait to go do DRS over there. It's such an experience. But I saw a VOD of someone wiping Golems because what I've seen, it's not every group does this, but some groups just have like the south green golem go to the white room and they just let it cycle all the way, and so they just
Force
couldn't
the Rainbow Road.
so they just couldn't kill it before the Reaper, and so they just enraged to golems. Dude, I
Bruh.
love going and seeing DRS and other like DCs. Doing 'Materia' DRS for the first time, that was a fucking experience.
Yeah,
Doing Materia DRS for the first time, that was a fucking experience. During Materia DRS for the first time, that was a fucking experience. Doing Materia DRS for the first time, that was a fucking experience. Doing Materia DRS for the first time, that was a fucking experience. Doing Materia DRS for the first time, that was a fucking experience. Doing Materia DRS for the first time, that was a fucking experience. Doing Materia DRS for the first time, that was a fucking experience. Doing Materia DRS for the first time, that was a fucking experience. Doing Materia DRS for the first time, that was a fucking experience. Doing Materia DRS for the first time, that was a fucking experience. Doing Materia DRS for the first time, that was a fucking experience. Doing Materia DRS for the first time, that was a fucking experience. Doing Materia DRS for the first time, that was a fucking experience. Doing Materia DRS for the first time, that was a fucking
God, watching Eric's old OC videos.
Which material do you
I Brawley. I go. I miss the Brawley. This DRS, that DRS, that era was so fire. The fucking like Raida's cross region came out.
Yeah, I was really hoping with Dawn Trail they'd, you know, expand on it.
Yeah. Sadly, we're stuck having to use an alt to go to EU.
Instead, Materia is the... Nope, never mind, can't say that.
Materia is the world's petting zoo.
No, I was gonna say something slightly more offensive.
I mean, material has now become more the international DC.
I mean, the thing about Materia is, I feel like if like I think nowadays if you host like an NA run but on OCE, you just get a lot of people who don't want to play on ping, so just don't go, right?
Just play on ping. You're not a machinist, right? Fine.
It's also not that bad. Even with like 200 ping, this game isn't hard.
Yeah, like
No,
I
your
totally
rotations get fucked that much.
I totally agree, but it's just
I
like
just let myself clip and get drifted slightly, and then I'm good.
Until I decided to join the dark side of just mod the game, I played with 180 ping for 2 years, and the only job that I just can't play normally is machinist.
Yeah, because hypercharge always clips on everything.
yeah, it's like it's really not that bad, but like it's a constant thing like I see everywhere that people just don't want to go to Materia because oh no ping, or they just don't want to DC travel like all the way over to Materia because it's kind of annoying. Like sometimes I just have to like I feel like every time my sub re-ups I have to go over to
Golems.
Is that the golem's
Might
ready?
be
Oh.
ready?
Golems is ready. Okay, at this time I'm gonna rebubble.
Said Golems, but Golems.
Okay, go ahead and make sure you have a potion kit on, everyone. Everyone needs a potion kit on. Make sure you have a potion kit on. Make sure you have bubble. If you don't have bubble, like jump on the back of the pad or on A or something. I will give you bubble.
The only
Yeah,
DC
Golem's
I
ready.
probably would not go into is EU, mainly because you're going to ask me to play under over 300 ping.
I mean, it's really like it's still not that bad, genuinely. Like,
I think I've heard tales.
I'd be more worried about
Okay.
getting snapshotted than
Uh,
my rotation.
go ahead and make sure once you have potion kit, everything active, and you have everything you need, go ahead and drop down. I'm starting my actions.
Could use a bubble refill. Never mind, fine.
I've got 5 minutes of bubble left. I'm still good.
I got 5, it's fine.
Yeah, bubble. Okay, go ahead and feel free to drop down. I'm gonna let them know that CD going soon.
What music should I
Uh, Yeah, tempo just pre-preset. I'm gonna go ahead and just do the 30 seconds, I think, once I see everyone drop down. Okay, cool. CD30 going out. Make sure you have food on, make sure you have stances on. Tanks, if your potion kit is about to pop, like, that's literally just me and Dorman. Just don't have stance on, because the potion kit will generate a ton of aggro.
Percent damage doesn't-
Southeast front, mid north.
Okay, southeast front, mid and north, southeast, mid and north. So one room is safe.
We did stop reporting to chat.
That was recent.
Point 2.
Pink 1, go ahead and get ready. Pink 1, grab your 3. I don't know who that is, but Pink 1, please
Grab
grab
them off
your
me?
fonts, yeah. Red pullers, reds are out. You can just AoE. Yeah. Pink 2, go ahead and grab yours. Be careful, some of the slimes might fuse in the hallway. Fonts, you're gonna need to grab one more. Oh, never mind, you have a big +4
Oh.
slime. We're chilling. Tank
Well,
3, go ahead and grab
okay,
one.
fine.
Everything's fine. Everything's. That's not fine though. Okay,
Yeah, I didn't interrupt that one. Sorry.
that's less fine. Yeah, Kiki, what you can do, you can either heal yourself through it or just go running around. More reds are gonna start dropping though. Be careful. Tank 3 has theirs. I'm gonna interrupt this. Grab these 3. Or grab these 4.
Oh, interrupt. Oh, okay.
It's fine.
Oh, nice.
It was not hungry enough. Yeah, good luck with that. Nord.
Oh,
Someone just died.
Aki died.
Kiki died. Yeah, that's, that was inevitable. This is probably a wipe. It is what it is. Wobble knows it happened.
Yeah, I just missed the burst.
Yeah, okay. I mean, you can try and keep kiting that around. Okay, tank, once you have a big slime, tank 2, grab however many slimes you need. It should be 2. Tank 3, you should also probably grab 2 of them. We're gonna try and make this rupture before, like, everything goes to shit. Yeah, tank 3, grab your 2. That's a
Evo?
south merge.
Evo.
Do your best. Do your best. Your best
More
time
reds are gonna be dropping.
it's no, it's a wipe. It's fully over.
Yeah, there's no. It's not worth it.
Okay, at this point where someone can call wipe and shout, let's go ahead and gather on the middle. Unfortunate, shit happens. We got a little too goofy. Come south, come gather on this middle chop. Also click off your pure essence. If you click off your pure essence, makes it really, really easy to die. As it turns out. Also just like hit the red slime once and it will kill you.
Yeah, that big? Yeah.
Okay, we did a little too much trolling. We got it this time. If you want, I can put up the PF for you, Sylvain.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, I'd love to join.
Okay, perfect. As soon as we are all dead, then we will leave the instance. Yeah, just
Which party should I film?
just join D, yeah, and you can just go to Golden.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, once it's that, we can leave. Party finder is going up. Password is 0421. As soon as I can actually open the menu, there we go.
I think I just got thrown off kilter by the greens not getting pulled.
Yeah,
Avoid
shit
hitting
happens.
them.
Yeah, unlucky. Shit happens. And yeah. Okay, party finder is going down as soon as Golems is out. We'll go back in. Reminder to go ahead and grab another pure, grab another re-razor. Have everything you need, please. Just be ready to pop that and go back in. I will give out bubble, protect, impetus, all of it. Or I'll give out bubble, protect. I can't promise impetus.
Give out impetus, let's go.
Yeah, but wait, I'm gonna go and queue us back in. Yeah. Okay. Okay, pop pures, pop erasers. I'm gonna drop down to remind them real quick. Hey,
For the
pop
rage
your pure
pop.
essence, pop your pure essence, pop your pure essence, pop your pure essence.
Yes, please do that.
Okay, pop your pure essence, don't drop down without it. Pop your eraser. If you need bubble, stand on the B. But first, please get protect, stand on C for protect, I guess. I don't know. Once you have protect, go stand on the B for bubble. Okay. I will start giving out bubble since wobble is also protecting. Now once you get protect, please go stand on B for bubble. Make sure you pop a potion kit, and then once you have, feel free to go drop down. Again, double check, make sure you have your actions, essences, protect, bubble, all of that. Let me make sure I give myself bubble as well. Oh,
Give a key bubble up here. They're at the box.
Oh, I didn't give a key bubble. Oops.
They're at the box. So.
That. Rest in peace, this impetus. Dude, I'm starting to run low on impetus. It's so fucked up.
I got a few earlier today, so.
Got my 2 blood rays.
Here, let me see how many inspiration do I have. 812.
Okay. Yeah, once you have everything, that includes useful actions, essence, all the stuff. You guys know. Pop a potion kit, drop down. We're gonna get started pretty quick here, because it is kinda later than I would like it to be for a second science attempt. I have everything.
Hey, more stats, because I got a melee in my party. I have over 100k health now.
Okay, so remember to mark yourselves 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let me mark fonts with 1. Mark William with 2. I'm gonna say that Slimes is ready. God, I've gotta steal those EU markers where they just have the markers like inside the rooms and in the doorways.
Could just place them before going upstairs.
Yeah, but they have ones where like one side is golems, one side is slimes. So they have the 1, 2, 3, 4 on slimes, but A, B, C, D on golems. We need those.
So it's like a mix of both.
Yeah. Okay, what's
Coordinate
golem?
with someone.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you could coordinate with someone on the other side for a run so you can make it, or just steal them from you.
Yeah, I mean, I go on enough fucking runs as is. I can just steal them. I was thinking I might host again tomorrow, but because someone in my static's sick, but alas, apparently we've already found a sub just in case. It's so over. Okay, I'm gonna start the countdown. Double check food, double check stances, cardiac carbuncle, dance partner. Again, dormant if you see pod kit. Oh yeah, traps are southwest, mid, and north. Southwest, mid, southeast. So both south rooms have traps. Be careful. Hembo's percepting, I assume, middle room order. So yeah, just be careful, especially in the southwest room where the trap is in the front. Doors opening. Pink 1, you're grabbing these first 3. Pink 1, grab all 3. Reds have dropped. Reds have dropped. Pink 2, get ready. You're grabbing these. You're grabbing all 3 of these. Pink 2, grab all 3 of these. Remember, go and stack those red slimes up to make them easy to interrupt. Tank 3, you're grabbing all 3 of the next ones that drop down. Soldiers have spawned. Tank 4 is next. Pullers, grab your last set of reds and then group them up. Pullers, grab your last set of reds and group them up. Okay, tanks, take your slimes back to your room. Akiki, please go stack those up. Careful, those are merging. Down. Okay, tank 1, you're grabbing 2 of these. Tank 1, you are grabbing 2. Remember, do not kill the reds, just kill the soldiers. Tank 2 and 3, you're grabbing 2 each. 2 and 3, grab 2 each. 2 and 3, 2 each. Perfect. And then I will grab 2 of my own. Okay, as soon as the next set of slimes spawn, we will all have a fully stacked big green slime. We're gonna mark one of the slimes in the hallway with the hex 1, 2, 3, or 4 to mark which one we're gonna provoke. Yeah, William, I'm sure you know what you're doing. Go ahead and mark the slime you're gonna provoke. Make sure if you're a fake tank to kite your slime kind of, but do keep it somewhat near the middle. William, I haven't been counting for you. Is that an early rupture or are we chilling? Okay, we're chilling. At this time, tanks, make sure you have marked a slime to provoke. I see 1, 2, 3, and 4. At this time, tanks, get your slime centered, and on the count of 3, we're gonna provoke. 1, 2, 3, provoke. Provoke your slime. Get it in the center of your big pod. Get your big green on the center. William, are you dead? Someone can maybe rescue this. Someone can maybe rescue this.
They're still fusing. It's fine.
Oh no, there was not a.
Nope,
there was not
never
one.
mind,
There was
they
not. This is maybe doable. Everyone come into this 2 room. Oh, this slime's going to the middle. No, this is another white. Yeah, William, you need to kite that slime. You can't just like let it hit you. You're just gonna die if that happens.
Wait, how's it invulnerable?
Because it's going back to middle because the person who had aggro died.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, it's really funny. This is a wipe. Yeah, William, you need to kite that sign. Or you will just fall over and die. Okay, I'm gonna give this one more go. To get past slimes. Go and click off your essence. Yo, I have 9 HP? Holy. Okay, go ahead and die. Yeah, one more try. Lock in. We know what we're doing. Yeah, there is no one to heal you, William. You can't, like, you cannot get healed. You need to just, like, kite the slime around the room. When it's at that many stacks,
Also,
you shouldn't be taking autos, mostly.
Also, Dorman, if you're going to do any self-heals, make sure that it's with your tank stance off. Near the end there, before the wipe was called, our soldier was bolting towards you.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
The only one you don't have to worry about is the Gunbreaker Aurora.
I'll put PF up for you, Ilya, if you want to come fast.
I actually think that
2,
might
1.
have just been my 1, 2, 3 healing.
I'm gonna need a minute. I have to double DC travel from Aether.
We'll see. Okay, we're gonna go over stuff. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna go talk to Forums.
Reds.
Okay, chat. How comfortable is Golemside?
Very comfortable.
Okay. Is it comfortable enough that I could steal a healer and a DPS maybe? Like, do you guys could I steal? Because I think the problem is that like some of the fake tanks are having issues keeping themselves alive, not really kiting. I know we are okay. I guess we already have like all the healers, so it's kind of not really super doable. But yeah. We're gonna give it one more go. We should be good. Everyone should know what they're doing. Hopefully, it's just little silly mistakes. But yeah. Make sure you have your pure. Make sure you have your free razor. I'm definitely not stalling for someone who's double DC traveling over from Ether. Yeah. Okay. You guys should know what you're doing. If you have questions, please ask. But yeah, make sure you're kiting that big slime. That big slime fucking hurts. It'll take away like a third of your health bar.
You can also just carry an extra pot kit if it fits in your holster.
Yeah, like if you need to drop some like curtains you weren't gonna use anyways for a potion kit or even a resistance potion, God forbid, then go for that. But
The normal potion, since it's a hot, it shouldn't actually generate aggro as well.
What server? Corial?
Bro, yeah, it doesn't matter though, just any crystal. Unless you really need fragments, but like we don't got time to give them. I'm gonna be real.
Yes, I was raiding. Raid just finished.
No, Ilya was dodging me. As always.
15% chance.
Not only did one of my static members recruit someone who has never raided in Savage tier when we're in M6S, adds 3 prog. They fucking flaked out on the first fucking day.
Nah, you gotta kill that person.
I'm
Hammers.
literally killing that person.
That's what hammers are for.
Wait, then how did they get past him? Wait. Don't worry. Forget what I said.
They didn't.
What, did someone peggy them to plant the account or something?
You don't have to beat a lower floor to go in the higher one. Only the person queuing in does.
Yeah. You can just go in. What's the password? 421?
421, yeah. By the way, do any of you have JPLs and are willing to queue up some Evil East raids after this? No reason.
If you go to materia.
Okay.
Wait, JPL isn't in the list yet.
What should I play?
Play whatever makes you happy. We have all physical batteries, no magical batteries, unless you want to change that. But you can discuss that inside. I'm gonna go in QSM.
Hey, no, I just like to.
Click withdraw if you want to change jobs real quick. Change your job. There we go. Okay, you're going to
You have a
golems.
sequel.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need backup red pillars. We just gotta do the things that we know how to do. So.
Should be reasonably fast after we get out of Slimes and Golems hell. It all comes back to ads.
Okay, pop your pure, pop your user, pop all the stuff you need. If you need bubble, go to B. If you need shell, go to C. If you need protect, go to C. Bubble B, shell C. Not shell. Pop. Pop.
Bubble, we sell. We never mind.
It's just
all
over.
I know is amateur shell.
It's
Bubble, we shall see. I can't fucking English.
okay. I'm giving bubble. Bubble's giving pop. Remember to get bubble protect if you are fake tanking anything. Remember to pop a potion kit. Fake tanks, remember to start kiting your ads once they are at max stacks. You just get it towards the center of the arena and you just run in circles. It's very easy.
How come I miss Bebo every time?
Dude, there's...
You are a tank.
Yeah.
Oh,
Payoff,
well,
just
you're
use
sorry.
Martialist. Use deep Martialist. Use deep Martialist.
He jumped.
What to
He
mean? I
You
accidentally jumped. I literally cannot do that.
You'll live. You'll live.
You guys have a plus
Do your
one on
best.
slimes, by the way. I think.
Do we? Okay.
staying alive. Just
Okay, we have a tank with no pure. It is what it is. I am bewildered every day with new horrors beyond my imagination. Pop up potion kit as well. Make sure you have your essences, actions, everything ready. If you're missing Bubble, this is your last call. Go to see the
Might want to keep them slotted for a second. Looks like they have to figure out more fake tank stuff on golems.
Yeah, Teof was probably like actually a tank on golems.
Is blue tank. Can't he just pop extra meds and be fine?
Did he drop on golems though, or did he drop on slimes?
That's a good question.
Because I got told before I left that I had a +1 on slimes apparently. So I don't know.
I'll go look.
Yeah.
Well, if they are, then we could just have them take over one of the fake tanks.
Yeah, we could
But
just
why
have
isn't he
Teof.
up here
Yeah,
then?
Okay, wait.
He's down here.
Okay.
He's down here on slimes.
Okay, then tell Teof to jump up a voice channel. What we're gonna do, William, you're gonna go fake tank on golems because you're fist ranged and you already have the instances I've slotted. So we'll just have Teof take over that. Teof will be fine. I'm just gonna drop a lost re-raise for my holster so I can bring the impetus, I guess.
This is just rapid and scheduled irregular.
Okay, Teof, you're gonna be the room 2 tank. Stopping in for William. Please remember to kite your slime. You are not a real tank. You don't have like a pure. You're basically like a 0-fort noob. Hardcore noob moment.
Southeast room, by the way.
Okay. This will be very awkward.
Okay, I have protect for you. I will do what I can for you, but yeah, just keep yourself alive. If you're gonna self-heal, turn off your sense as well.
He has protect. He needs
Okay.
bubble, if anything.
I have bubble
Yeah,
already
he doesn't have
started
protect
too.
on him. Because I threw it just basically at everyone.
Yeah.
Cool, but I can also remove that from my holster. Beautiful. Okay. I think we're good then. They're dropping. We can drop. Everything's fine. We know what we're doing. Teof, you know how to tank slimes.
Yes. I mean, you could have just asked people to reinstance it. It takes like 30 seconds.
Okay, but a lot of
Wait,
people have already
already
popped
reinstanced.
pures, and this is our set. This is our,
That's why I forgot.
yeah, people pop pures. A lot of us have already, you know, like slotted over stuff to give out bubble, protect, all that. Also, it's like our third reinstance. I don't want to waste the time. So
That's fine. It will be fine for me.
You're 10-4. You could still even main tank the raid if you wanted to.
yeah, you'll be fine.
Gonna have a harder time holding aggro against the duelist.
Okay, I think I have everything I need. I'm gonna drop down. I have bubble down here. Tanks, mark yourselves. Again, tell off your room 2 tank. That is the southeast room.
Yeah.
It's Lemons, I'm tanking. You know what you're doing. Do you have your holster stuff at least, or?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you'll still, I assume you were ether shield. So
Yeah. Oh, I do have a re-raiser. I do have a spare re-raiser. Nice.
okay.
Yeah, we have one person in this party, in the small party of the 5 forts.
Yeah, once Himbo drops down, we'll be good to go. I'm sure they have to recalibrate stuff. Tell if you were like blue tank or something, right?
What?
On golems, you were the blue tank, or?
Blue tank, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then that's an easy
they now
sub
need
in.
2 fake tanks instead of 1.
Well, I mean, it's a fist ranged with incense, like it's fine. Okay, there's a trap in the southeast room, middle of the hallway, one of the north rooms. Be careful. Once golems are ready, we'll be good to go. So last try at barracks, by the way. So let's do it right.
I don't know. I feel bad for like 5 first timers to not get through because we memed.
Well,
This is
yeah. At some level, it's just like it wasn't in the cards, you know. It's not in the stars. It just wasn't meant to happen.
I don't even think it was related to memeing. It was just mistakes that we were making. I guess you
Mistakes
could
are
call that
memes
memeing.
when you have
Yeah.
over 100 clears.
Okay, again, southeast, mid, north traps. Tank 1, get ready to grab all 3. You can just like incense 1 and then AoE the other 2. Yeah. Okay, explosion trap north, be careful. Tank 1, grab all 3. Red tanks, be ready to grab reds. Or, yeah, red pillars, grab reds. Explosion trap,
Northeast.
that's a bomb trap going off. Wobble, can you grab that? Okay, tank 2, grab yours. Everything's fine. Akiki, you'll just grab 1 of the 2 of the next wave and just keep Wobble alive. Tank 3, get ready. Okay, red pullers, grab your last reds. Red pullers, grab your last reds. Okay, tank 4 is gonna grab them. Again, once you get your slimes fusing, you can just fight your slime around until it's time to grab more. Akiki, grab it, pull it back to the group with Wobble. Yeah. Okay. Tank 1, go ahead and grab 2 of them. Tanks 2 and 3, both get ready, please. I forgot that. Tanks 2 and 3. Tank 2, you're grabbing 2. Tank 3, you can wait a little bit, because only 2 drop. Tank 2, grab your 2. Get them back to your room, get them fusing up. Go ahead and start kiting those. Tank 3, go ahead and grab 2. I will grab the next 2. Okay, go ahead and fuse up your slimes. Keep them kiting around the room. You can start centering them a little more whenever you get the chance. Okay, you can go ahead and also start marking the slime you're going to provoke, though. Mark the slime you're going to provoke. I am sure interrupters are good. Everything looks fine. We're doing good. Thanks, go ahead and target the slime you marked. Get ready to get it on the pad. We're gonna provoke in 3, 2, 1. Provoke a slime. Get your big slime on your pad. Okay. 4 is good. Room 1 is a little sus, but it should
I'm interrupting too, Theoth.
Okay. All rooms should be good. Everything should be good. Run to the north, but keep interrupters stay a little bit behind. Everyone run to the north, interrupters stay a little bit behind. Interrupters stay a little bit behind. Just keep on going into the corner. Last chance to build a job gauge, but we should be good. Yep, we can call ruptures in chat. Interrupters keep on interrupting. Okay, very good job. We got there.
Where did
If it happens, don't worry about it. Take the jump pad up. No one should be dead anymore. I think everyone re-raised who died. Chest at the bottom of the stairs. Make sure that you slot over any useless actions. Slot over. I guess Teoff will give you a bubble even though you don't need it. Okay, welcome to Seeker. Sorry it took so long to get through barracks. It happens, you know. We're very low, man. It's hard out here. At this time, I'm gonna ask if you're not named Opal Jade, please turn off your tank stances. If you are, I am so sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna explain Seeker. Explains are gonna be very short. Most of this fight is just listening to calls and executing mechanics quickly. This fight's basically the same as normal mode, just a lot faster. Before I go into the fight itself though, I am going to talk about lost actions. If you look into... Oh, it's... No loss, okay. If you look into DRS Learning, you'll see some guides put together that show you how... that explain how to use each lost action. TLDR though, if you have a Font of Power, Font of Magic, you want to use that basically whenever it comes off cooldown. Alongside all your biggest damage buttons, like as a Paladin, you want to use your Fight or Flight and your Requiesce card. As a Bard, you want to use like all your party buffs during that time. You know, do as much damage under those big damage buffs as possible, because the multipliers are insane. In addition, if you have a Banner of Honored Sacrifice or a Chain Spell, you also want to use that every 120 seconds. Despite the fact it has a 90-second cooldown, most jobs have a 120-second burst. So if you use it off cooldown, like half the time, you're going to get like no damage under it, and it's just going to be weaker than if you held it. Other than that, healers, please feel free to arise any dead bodies that are on the ground. If you have a Seraph Strike, you can use that off cooldown. Make sure you use Thin Air with it to remove the MP cost. Rend Armor users. We have 2 Rend Armor users. I know one of them is new. So Ivor, what you're gonna do, as soon as you pull the boss, you're gonna use that Rend Armor. Rend Armor is like a gap closer, kind of like your Thunderclap. And it will just apply that debuff to the target. And then once you use it, you can then just use it off cooldown. Jiren will adjust you. Jiren will use it after your first one falls off. And then as long as you use it off cooldown, Jiren can also use it off cooldown, and everything will be fine. Should you die for like a long period of time, Jiren might adjust it to the 1 minute. I don't know, that's up to them. Just use it whenever Jiren's falls off if you die, and then re-raise to help realign. Okay, that's it pretty much as far as lost actions. We don't need any perceptions, we don't need anything like that. Actually, wait, I did forget 2 lost actions. Dervishes, you have that 90-second cooldown. I don't think we have any parties with a 2-minute, with 2 fist range in it. So just use that Dervish every 120 seconds alongside your Font of Power. Here for casters, you are responsible for the majority of healing in your party, as well as keeping up that 10% damage bonus. Go ahead and use that Cure 4 now. Notice how much healing it does. My Cure 4 with, I believe 0 Sucker Stacks just healed me for 21,000. Meanwhile, my healer with 4 Sucker Stacks just healed me for 2.8 thousand, with their AoE heals. Cure 4 is by far one of the strongest heals in the instance. You're not going to do much better with it, especially with how spammable it is. Use it not only when that 1 minute bravery buff is about to fall off to keep the 100% uptime on the 10% damage bonus, but also use it if anyone is like taking damage. If someone's missing health before a raid wipe, after a raid wipe, whatever, just press Cure 4. You should have enough uses for the entire instance, assuming you brought a tray for each fight. Other than that though, I think that's basically all the actions. As a reminder, make sure you have a re-raiser active. If at any time you die and you re-raise, please walk out of whatever killed you and then pop a new re-raiser. It will give you a short invulnerability, not only to mechanics but also the death wall. So just get to safety, pop another re-raiser, and get back to the fight. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna call everything. I will not call when to use Cure 4 to keep the like bravery bonus up, because that is entirely up to you. But obviously, like, raid fights and stuff, I will say. And yeah. Other than that, the mechanics, again, very simple. The main ones that you have to look out for, I'm gonna do the Guide Seeker. Oh my god.
It's TS.
I hate it here. Okay.
Such a TS.
So, main mechanic you need to look out for is going to be Fourfold Mercy into Seasons of Mercy. Fourfold Mercy is just like normal mode. Boss is going to telegraph 4 slashes and then execute them. However, it's way faster. In normal mode, you may have been able to move out of the orange under your feet and be safe. You cannot do that in here. You have to move preemptively. Make sure I will call the safe spots for you. Typically, I'll call something like back, front. I'm telling you where to stand for each slash. So, for example, you would stand at the back for the first 2 slashes and then move to the front. I may also say something like left, right, left. Again, keep in mind this is based on the boss's pacing, so you look at the boss and go to its left, don't go to your left, go to the boss's. And then You want to stand on the left for the first slash and move through after the first, wait for 2 slashes, then move through again. That is what's called a double movement. It is the quote-unquote harder pattern. Just be ready to move, be ready to be fast. This fight is going to demand you to move preemptively. In addition, after every fourfold mercy, there is going to be a Seasons of Mercy. During Seasons of Mercy, there's basically going to be 4 things that happen in order. There's going to be a set of ice lines that you need to dodge on the ground. Then there's going to be a gaze attack from one of the number markers. I will call something like dodge ice and look away from the orb. I might even also say a number. Then I'll say something like dodge ice and look and move towards a number. So for example, an example call it might be dodge ice, look away from 2. Dodge ice, move to 4. Other than that, most of the other mechanics are basically the same. There's a lot of mechanics that just repeat from normal mode. There is one new mechanic, Ifrit dashes, but that'll be perfectly fine. You guys will be fine. At this time, if you have questions, please do ask them. Say something in Yell Chat for me. I ask people to say stuff in Yell Chat for me, or just chat in general. So I have a hard time hearing sometimes, but yeah. If you have no questions though, if you're ready, come up to the Seaway marker. In here, ready checks are not alliance way, they are party based, so like if I ran a ready check, only my party would get it. So instead of having to like set up party leaders and like convey between different parties, I just ask you guys to come stand on C for me so I know that we are ready. I see movement for everyone, I think everyone is ready. At this time, I'm going to start a 30-second countdown. Now is a really good time to pop some raid food if you have it. I'm going to use some Mokeka because that's last tier raid food. Food gives you extra HP, extra damage, it's free. Be ready to use your lost actions as well as your potions if you have some. I'm going to be using some grade 2 gem drops because I have a ton of them left over. Finally, make sure that you press Cure 4 now. Press some Cure 4 now just to get that bravery buff active before pull. Okay, as a reminder, stance is off. We're going to start this fight with a raid wide, but I'm going to ask you guys not to press any party mitigation. Don't press like your Illuminations, whatever. Just be ready for Cure 4 casters to use their mitigation. Or their healing. Cure 4 casters heal everyone back up, and we're getting ready for fourfold mercy. Okay, get ready for fourfold mercy. Stay close to the boss. We are starting up towards 2. Crossover pattern. Crossover pattern. We're going right, left, left, right. Right, left, left, right. Right, left, left, right. 1, 2, move. Oh, I miscounted that, sorry. We're looking away from 1, dodge ice and move to 1. Sorry about that miscall. Go ahead and stack back up. Get out of the pink, pop a re-raiser if you died. And get under the boss's hitbox. Get under the boss's hitbox now. I don't know how I misread that, dude. That's fucked up. Okay, stay away from the front of the boss. Stay away from the front of the boss. Continue to stay away from the front of the boss. It's a solo buster. Go ahead and stack up. Stack up together. Stack up together. There's going to be some vault-style chain mechanics. If you get chains, please wait for the icon to disappear before moving away. Stack together. We're going to break the chains and then get in front of any barricade. Break chains, get in front of a barricade. Break chains, get in front of a barricade. Go ahead and get back to the center of the arena. 2-minute buffs are coming up, but please hold on to them for a second. Hold on to your 2-minute buffs. Hold on to 2-minute buffs, stack up in the center. We're heading out towards like 4C. Head out towards 4C. Rotate into the dashes and get behind the barricade at 3. Do not go past ignore 1. Do not go past ignore 1. Get back in on the boss, pop those 2-minute buffs, and stack together for a line stack. Stack together for a line stack. Next up, there's going to be some baited line AoEs. Just go ahead and stay stacked together so they are easy to bait. Don't be me and get hit by these. I actually got hit by one last week and it is the most embarrassing thing I have ever done. Simply dodge out of the orange. You will be fine. Don't stand in the orange. Next up, look at the ground. Stand on brown sand. Stand on brown sand. Brown sand is safe. And get intercardinal of the boss. Get intercardinal of the boss. Melee is safe but scary. Max melee is safe but scary. I'm so washed down. Okay. I'm dead. I'll be back up, surely. Never mind. If a tank could pick up, we're gonna get another set of Efreet dashes, so get ready to have some more downtime. Perfect. We're going out against the barrier at 2. Get out against the barricade at 2. And we're gonna have fourfold mercy. This is actually a crossover. We're starting front, back, back, front. Start at the front of the boss, crossover after 1. Front of the boss, crossover after 1. Crossover. Count 1, 2, move through. We're dodging ice and looking away from the orb. Dodge ice again and move towards 1. Move towards 1. Stack together for chains, get ready to break them. Break those chains and then come back together for another raid wire. Come back together and get healed up for another raid wire. Perfect, come back together, another raid wire. Triple casters heal everyone back up. Next up, we're gonna have one more fourfold mercy after this tank buster. The tank buster that somehow everyone forgets nowadays. We're gonna have one more fourfold mercy, but with that sandstone mechanic. You're gonna dodge the sandstone, dodge fourfold, dodge the sandstone. You can start towards 3. Easy. Front for 2, back for 2. But before you do that, stand on blue brick. Under the boss's blue brick. Stand on blue brick in front of the boss. Count 1, 2, move through and end on brown sand. End up on brown sand for me. End up on brown sand. Perfect. We're gonna have one more random blue brick. Under the boss is safe. Blue brick. And we're gonna have a Seasons of Mercy. Dodge ice and look away from 2. Dodge ice, then orange. Dodge a blue, orange. Move towards 3. Dodge a blue, then orange while you move to 3. Go and stack together. There's going to be a raid wide, then get under the boss's hitbox. Okay, get under the boss's hitbox now. Perfect. Okay, under the boss hitbox, front and back is also safe, but under is the safest place to be. Boss is dying before we get any of the fun mechanics. Note, they're fun for me, not really for you guys, but... Perfect. Sorry for missed calls. Up ahead there are traps. Please do not go ahead until Himbo Hooters presets. In addition, you may see the glowing pad in the back. Please do not go to that glowing pad. Simply go to the right towards Dahu once everyone is back alive. By the way, do not forget those personal loots. As I said earlier, those chests are personal. All loot in this instance is personal. I cannot grab it for you. I cannot take it from you even if I wanted to. Himbo might take over to organize buffs. If you see a countdown, please ignore it. That is not for us. That is for the duelists. And also, please do not enter Daku's arena for me just yet. Just stand back here behind the purple line on this kind of bridge. I know we are also waiting for people to get rezzed. And yeah, Himbo, do what you need to do for the duel.
Wanna know something awful?
Yeah?
I panicked and accidentally mimicked Himbo. Well, I accidentally mimicked Himbo, so
That's tough. Do we need to change around batteries? No, I don't think so, right? We should be fine.
yeah, I'll be fine. It's just... Seeker was rough.
Yeah, I feel that. That's my first time evidence chaining and calling, so I'm sorry if it is a little rough. I decided to do it because, like, we have so many. Like, we'll be fine. I could miss call like that, and, like, we'll still clear.
So how's the percent going?
It's going fine. Okay, we see the intruders get out, get out. We're gonna get into the arena, but first, do not touch the boss. I have to explain something. Very important, okay? Dahu is a very important boss. What you need to do, you need to dodge the B, the A, and the D. Dodge out of the bad and you'll be fine. Okay, we're getting into the arena, we're pulling the boss. Please use a set of lost actions here. Use a set of lost actions for me. Range, you can stay away from the boss. There's going to be some orange under your feet. These are baited. Dodge out of the orange at your feet. More sets of orange. Dodge out of the orange. After this, the boss is going to charge toward the north. Range, you can get towards the south. Everyone can get to the south now. Everyone can go south. Get south out of the cone. South out of the cone. Okay, boss is getting pulled back towards the middle. Range, you can stay out against the wall to make it easier to dodge these line AoEs and the upcoming slappies. There's going to be some line AoEs from the edge. Simply dodge out of them, and if you do get a marker above your head, please take it out to any ad on the wall. Take a marker out to any ad on the wall. Markers out to any ad. Just don't overlap them. Again, range, you can continue to stay up. Next up is going to be some half-room cleaves, but they do not reach all the way to the wall, so you can just stand out and dodge them. Dodge out of this, and then dodge where it was. Dodge out of this, then dodge where it was. Perfect. Next up, find a gap where there is no ad. North is very safe. Real gamers dodge this knockback, but otherwise, just get knocked to a safe spot. Healers, if someone misses, please make sure to estimate them.
I'm washed. God damn it.
Everyone start behind the boss so you can get back on the B. We're gonna rotate around, and stop on D. Stop on D. Stop on D. Perfect. Next up is some ads. These are gonna hit me pretty hard. Make sure to AoE down the ads for me, and healers keep me alive, please. Okay, I'm gonna gather these under the boss. Please AoE them down. And healers, please keep me alive. I will pop mitigation. Unlike what I do for my statics healers. Healer players enjoy the suffering. Okay, next up is going to be a bit of everything all at once. Range you can get out to make it really easy to dodge. Everyone else, dodge out of the orange. Dodge out of puddles, dodge out of lines, dodge out of slappies. We don't see any of it. Beautiful. Grab the personal spoils. This is your last chance to grab any personal spoils. Grab your personal spoils. Your last chance to get them. Once you drop down, there is a note coming back. I don't think we have any DCs. I don't think we have anything wrong. Let's go ahead and drop it down. And we will get ready for Queen's Guard. That's tough. Okay, welcome to Queen's Guard.
All I lost was 3 weight, so whatever.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put waymarks down. At this time, if everyone can get towards the arena, but do not target the bosses, please. These bosses cannot be aggroed by like range. You can walk all the way up to them. But if you are right-clicking on them, they will get pulled, and we will have to run out of the arena. Someone will have a heart attack and die. That won't be happy. That won't be good. That's going to be tough to explain to upper management. So, please don't do that. I'm going to go and start explaining Queen's Guard. I'm going to try and keep these relatively short because I know we don't really have that many new people. But yeah. Welcome to Queen's Guard. This fight is going to be basically the same as normal mode. However, there's going to be a couple new mechanics, and instead of fighting one boss at a time, we're going to be fighting 2. So effectively, you're doing twice as much fight in half the time. But yeah. Before I get anything else, could I please get another co-tank for me? Any tank that is willing to take the wall bosses for me. Dorman, perfect. Dorman, you're gonna take the walls. I trust you know what you're doing. And yeah. Okay. Yeah, welcome to Queen's Guard. Queen's Guard is basically 2 fights in conjoined together. Like you're gonna be doing 2 fights at the same time. I'm gonna do the /guide QG. There's some helpful infographics and DRS learning, as usual. If you are a healer, now is a good time to go ahead and equip Steelsinger Spellforge. You want to slot it over your Lost or Rise, you know, just make sure you're keeping your Chain Spell / Sarah Strike / whatever. Go and slot in a Steelsinger Spellforge. You can discuss with your co-healer who is slotting in what. Just make sure one of you has Steelsinger, one of you has Spellforge. Or that someone is giving you Steelsinger Spellforge. Party D if you need it. I can have a healer like give it to you. Okay, I'll have you guys stand on markers to get it in just a minute. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna try and discuss only one mechanic for each phase, okay? I can't promise I'll stick to that, but I will try. So, in this opening, all we're gonna do is we're gonna gather the bosses together, we're gonna get them below 80%, maybe they do some raid wides, maybe they don't, doesn't matter. Just use your burst, kill them down. Technically it's better to not use your burst, but like, everyone's gonna use their burst, so let's be real. Okay, so, I actually have to explain 2 mechanics for this boss, but both of them are tethers, so it kind of counts as one technically. Okay, so, our first phase is going to be against the warrior and the knight. So, what's going to happen? The very first thing that happens is going to be the healers needing Steelsinger Spellforge. The bosses are going to tether together, either purple or yellow. You'll need to apply the opposite color buff to their tether. So if they tether together purple, you need to apply the yellow Steelsing buff to everyone in your party. If they tether together yellow, you need to apply the purple Spellforge buff to everyone in your party. In an ideal world, you would apply just the buff, just the necessary buff to the people who need it, because some jobs only do physical damage, some only do magical, so if they're immune to physical damage, like the casters, most of them don't need Steelsing. But I recommend you just, like, go down the list, apply it to everyone. However, do keep in mind that there are some people who need, like, a priority on this. Please make sure the duelist gets what they need first and foremost, and then give it to the main tanks as well. The main tanks also are the, like, #1 most important. Because if the main tanks don't have the Steelsing Spellforge, they can't hold aggro. Bosses get too close together, they tether together, everyone dies. That would be very unfortunate. Let's not have that happen. But yeah, if you're new, just apply Steelsing Spellforge to everyone. If you're experienced, then like Spellforge to the physical jobs plus Red Mage, Steelsing to the magical jobs plus Paladin, Dark Knight, Ninja, Reaper. Okay, second mechanic, Bomb Slinger, and also like the Wind and Lightning Puddles. During the 2 main mechanics of this phase, the boss is going to tether certain players. What you need to do, okay? Number 1, whenever I call to check for a tether, wiggle around, jump around, see if one of the tethers move. You can never see tethers attached to other players. You may see some attached to like mechanics on the ground, but you will never see another player's tether. So if you wiggle around and you see a tether moving, you know that you are tethered. In addition, there is a debuff that the tether gives, so you can wait a second and also check for that. Let me come like pull that up real quick. But yeah, you can check for the tether. You can check for God, where is it? Oh, it's not in that folder. It's in this one. I have so many folders of Bozja stuff. If you have this debuff, that means you were tethered. Based on if you were tethered or not, I'm going to tell you where to go. Now, I may say something like, tethers to large, rest to small. Or I might say something like, tethers to wind, rest to lightning. Just listen for the call out. There are ways to tell on your own where you need to go. But generally, just check for a tether, listen to callouts, you will be fine. Okay, that's the first phase. There's some other stuff going on, but I can explain that mid-fight. The second set of ads, the second phase, the gunner and the soldier. Once the warrior and knight die, you can replace your Steelsing Spellforge with like literally anything else. That might be like Lost to Rise to get someone up, Lost Burst if you have it to like do a little bit of extra AoE damage, whatever. Just wait for the warrior knight to die, then slot over that Steelsing Spellforge as it will not be needed for any other point in the instance other than this first opening phase. The main mechanic that the gunner and soldier are going to do is going to be reading. much like the Mustadio fight in the Orbon Monastery, which I cannot wait to do on my JP ult after this. Guys, please help me. I need to clear it on JP. The queues are so long. Much like that fight, you will get a ring around you that has a gap. It will look something like where is this image? I've got to actually compile these better. It'll look something like this. You'll get one of three debuffs, like left open, right open, back open. You will need to point the gap in that circle towards the incoming damage. Luckily, it's always the same three sources of damage. Or sorry, the same two sources of damage. There's always going to be a raid bite from the center, followed by line AoEs from the edge. So what you need to do during this mechanic, stop attacking. You don't need to attack if you are new, especially. Point your open gap towards the raid bite in the center, and then find which turret is pointing at you. There's going to be one on the left or the right wall. Simply find that and be ready to turn your hold towards that line AoE after you see the damage pop up from the center raid bite. That's literally the only mechanic I need to explain from that phase. It's the #1 killer of people for sure. But it's a mechanic you've already seen, not just in Orbon Monastery, but also all over the Belgian Southern Front, and even in the Dariata, if people don't bring damage actions. Yeah, that's that phase. Finally is the final phase. This is where I have to break my rule about talking about one mechanic each, because there are basically 3 mechanics happening all at the same time. First and foremost is going to be the second healer mechanic of this fight. Healers, I am putting markers out on the bridge and removing the D-Way marker because that is a joke. I will need anyone who has a light curtain, ideally, except paladins, to stand on one of these markers for me. You're going to be reflecting some orbs, and these have to be reflected or else they're going to be big raid bites. Okay, perfect. Okay, let me repost this image from the guide command. Okay. So each of these markers corresponds to a marker that's going to be in the arena. Please remember the marker you are currently on, because the markers are going away now. Those markers you stood on correspond to one of the ones in the arena. If you stood on the 1, 2, 3, or 4 way markers, there's going to be 2 orbs next to yours. What I recommend you do if this is your first time, stand under an orb, press a light curtain. Once you see the reflect go off, move to your second orb, and press another light curtain. Make sure that you reflect both the orbs you're responsible for. If any orbs go off, everyone gets a damage down. If you were standing on A or C, then you're responsible for 2 orbs as well. However, if you were on A, then you're responsible for the A and the B orbs, and if you were on C, you're responsible for C and D. Very easy, very simple. Just do the same thing. Pop your light curtain, stand on A. Once you see the reflect go off, move to B, pop another light curtain. I recommend that you only do this if you have 4+ light curtains, because you will also need them for Queen. So if things go wrong, we see 2 sets of reflects here, and then you are going into Queen with none. It's going to be kind of hard for you, but not unmanageable, but not ideal for sure. Okay, that is the healer mechanic. Next up is the everyone else mechanics, first of which is going to be Aura Sphere. So, while the healer thing is going on, everyone who is not resolving that, there are going to be spheres that spawn in the north and south of the arena, okay? These are going to be the #1 DPS priority, as if they stay alive, they're just going to kill random people across the arena, and we don't want that. So what we do instead is we're going to focus them down. However, there's a problem with this. These orbs are also going to kill the top in aggro, or attempt to kill them, whenever they die. If you're top in aggro when the aura sphere dies, it's going to put a red marker above your head and do a lethal amount of damage to you. The only way that is consistently able to survive it, unless you have a bunch of fortitude stacks, is just using a tank anvil. So what I'm going to have happen is if you're in alliances A or B, you're going to go to the north orb. If you're in alliances anything else, you're going to go to the south orb. During this phase, if you are a tank and have your invul, that is going to be everyone but me, because Dormant, by the way, I'm taking both the gun turrets. You'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah. If you are a tank with invuln, so anyone other than me, you're gonna turn your stance on during this phase. And you're gonna fight for aggro over the orbs. If once the orb dies, you get a red marker above your head, then you are going to pop your invuln and turn off your tank stance. Healers, please watch out for any Dark Knights or Warriors. If you do not get picked, then keep your stance on and keep fighting for aggro. Hopefully we won't see 2 sets of orbs, but who knows? Things could go wrong. There's one final mechanic I want to mention, and that is Coat of Arms. This is the same as normal mode. The bots are going to have hexagonal shields on their sides. And these are going to reflect any attacks, meaning they don't take damage, and it's going to also give you a ruin stack and knock you back. When you see the Coat of Arms cast bar, stop attacking. If Coat of Arms is active, do not press any big AoEs like Burst, Standard Step of Size, anything like that. Stop attacking when you see the cast bar go out, and then once you see the cast bar end, find the open side and start attacking again. Be very careful. I've seen so many people die to Coat of Arms. It is very sad for them. It's very preventable though. Okay, at this time, that should be everything I need to explain. Everyone go ahead and wiggle around, and if you are ready, come stack on the C-way marker. In addition, Wobble's party, if you need Spellforge, stand on D. If you need Seal Sting, stand on B. Once I start the countdown, healers, please start giving out Steel Sting and Spellforge not just to your party, but also to the short stack party. Again, if you're in Wobble's party, you need Steel Sting, stand on B. If you need Spellforge, stand on D. Healers, make sure to give them out to Wobble's party as well as your own. At this time, everyone is ready. As a reminder, the physical battery is going to be William Drake. They have not slotted in yet. Please wait for them to have the triangle on their head. Otherwise, I'm going to start a 30-second countdown. Now is a very good time to pop some raid food, by the way. Pop some raid food for me. Free damage, free HP. Yours is probably about to run out. I know mine is.
Why do we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 buff on Hexing?
I don't know. I think it's to give out Steel Sting Spellforge, but none of you guys are hybrid, so you don't need it. Cure for casters, give out your Cure 4. Again, feel free to walk up to the bosses, but do not attack them until the end of the countdown. Dorman and I are going to gather them in a big cuddle puddle. Everyone can go ahead and stack up. AoE these guys down. Please keep myself and Dorman alive, thank you. There's gonna be some raid riots. Perfect. We're gonna pull the Warrior to the Wall Knight to the center. Warrior to the Wall Knight to the center. Healers, please make sure Steel Sting Spellforge are ready. We're gonna see that tether in just a second. We're going to apply Steel Sting. Please apply Steel Sting. Apply Steel Sting. Main tank needs Steel Sting. Perfect. Next up is going to be a knockback or hide mechanic. Let's see which one. We're going to be knocked back from the center. So we're going to start towards the center and get knocked back. At this time, check for a tether. Check for a tether. Tethers are going to small bombs rest to large. Go ahead and go towards like 4C. Get knocked back to 4C. Do not be in the path of this dash though. Do not be in the path of the dash. Knock back to 4C. Perfect. If you drop, move where a bomb just was for me, and then get back in on the bosses. Get back in on the bosses. We're gonna have a little raid wipe. Go ahead and pop Faint Auto Reprisal Dismantle on the Warrior. Pop a little bit of Party Mitigation. Little bit of mitigation, Cure for casters, ready to heal everyone back up. Kinda chunky raid wide. Okay, next up is going to be another tether mechanic. 2 minutes should be coming up soon, but we're gonna hold on to that a little bit, until after this mechanic at least. Check for a tether. Others are going to swirly wind, everyone else is going to crackly lightning. Others to swirly wind, rest at crackly lightning. Press sprint now. Press sprint now. We're gonna run under the night. Run under the night for me. Under the night. A little bit south. A little bit south. Stay under the boss though. Okay, another little raid wide. go ahead and pop some party mitigation if you have it. Faint auto reprisals, pop those 2 minutes. Kill the warrior more, please. Kill the warrior. Focus on the warrior more. Go ahead and kill the warrior. Perfect. I'm pulling the gunner to the middle. Dorman is pulling the soldier to the wall. Healers, again, feel free to start over Steel Sting Spellforge. You no longer need it. Next up, insert, like, 20-year-old Joke now. Joke is actually old enough to be in the military at this point. Something, fire in the water, turning the frogs into frogs. It's going to be that show hole mechanic. I'm going to call a safe spot correctly this time. Copium. Okay, we are heading south. Head to C. Head against the wall at C. There's also melee uptime. And check your gap. Stop attacking if you need to. Point your gap towards the middle of the arena. Find the turret that's pointing at you. Wait. Point your gap to a turret on the wall. Gap to a turret on the wall. Back in on the bosses. Someone pick up the D turret for me, please.
He's back.
I'm dead.
I'm invulning. Okay, Norman, you're back alive, right?
Yep.
Okay, can you pick up both the turrets? There's a raid white here. Someone please res Himbo Hooters, that is our duelist. He does twice as much damage as everyone else. Very good person to target with a
One
rise.
shot.
Easy. Okay, next up is going to be turrets. These are going to be the #1 DPS priority. If I could ask you guys to focus on the one at B. Get ready to focus on the one at B. And after that, we're going to focus the one at D. Again, #1 DPS priority. Focus down the one at B.
Dorman, what are you doing?
Everything's fine. Everything's
You
fine.
wanted me to have both, yeah?
You can use your, like, provoke. Raid white here, raid white here. Sorry, things get a little stressful. Everything's fine. Everything is all okay. Everything's fine. Okay. Next up is focus on the soldier and stop attacking. Stop attacking, mash escape, on target bosses, stop attacking. Stop attacking. Okay? Focus the soldier. Focus the soldier. Yeah, Dorman, what you can do is you can just attack the one close to you and then provoke the one far, like at the end of the cast bar. That's the best way to do it.
I thought that's what I did.
Yeah, I think you just moved a little too close. It's fine though. AB north, everyone else south. Tanks turn on stances if you have an invul. Reflectors get in position. We're going to focus down aura spheres and we're going to reflect the spiritual spheres. If you're a reflector and dead, say something now. Okay, that's fine. Focus on the ethereal wards now. Do not hit the sheltered sides. Do not hit the sheltered sides. Stop attacking, stop attacking. Find the unsheltered sides and hit it. Do not hit the shelled sides. Next up, orbs are coming up. We cannot skip these. Focus on the orbs. Go reflect, go kill orbs. Go reflect, go kill orbs. Focus on the orbs. We're gonna have a couple missed ones. Focus on the wards. Everything is fine. Focus on the ward. Please heal Hazel, heal Hazel, heal Hazel. Hazel isn't living dead. Perfect. Everything is fine. Couple things went a little silly, but otherwise, should be good. Focus on raising any dead bodies, especially healers. And thank you to Himbo for securing an extra plating for us. If Himbo does not succeed the duel, you guys do not get that hand. You guys do not get that hand plating.
Sorry if it sounded like I was raising my voice. I was more surprised than anything else.
Yeah, I realized he was getting a little close, but I was ready to pull him back out quick.
You can't there because they lock in place to do a tank buster followed by a raid white immediately after.
Okay, everyone is back up. Everything's fine. Things got a little silly, but yeah. Okay. At this time, go ahead and go to Phantom. Phantom's gonna be our next trash boss. This is my favorite boss in the instance because of mechanics we literally never get to see anymore. So, unfortunately, it is my least favorite, which means we're just gonna have to kill it. Please go ahead and get in the arena for me. Hell no. Dude, if we see Miasma 3, like, too many people are dying. So, even though it's my favorite mechanic of, like, all time.
Get to A. Opal, muted.
I'm muted, sorry, it's A. It's A. A is safe, yeah. Take a look at the dots ahead of us. They're going to be dots ahead of us, okay? Go one dot at a time. Go one dot at a time. Go kind of fast. Stop up time if you need it. Sorry I was muted. I literally, I don't know how I didn't do this. Stop at 1. Do not go into the death wall. Okay, go over to 2. Go over to 2. Opal's curse really is back, huh? We're gonna go back over to 1. Go back over to 1. We're gonna chill here for just a little bit. And we're gonna count 3 flashes of light. Count 3 flashes of light. Again, use whatever lost actions you have left over here. If you have any charges, use them here. We're gonna count 3 flashes, go to 2. 1, 2, 3, go to 2. At this time, also start building your job gauge. You want as much job gauge as possible. Count 1, 2, 3, move to 1. And we are done. Okay. Up ahead there are traps. This first set of traps usually doesn't get percepted, but
Wow. Okay.
okay, up ahead of us there are some traps that we really need. Do not blow these up, please. Avoid all traps. There's a very spicy trap in the vestibule. Do not auto-walk. Hug the walls. Do not run into the trap. If you run into the trap, there's going to be a mass casualty event. Okay, don't be the one that causes it. Don't be the one who gets caught in it. Okay, we can head on down towards Trinity Avowed, where I'm gonna get a break, you're gonna get a break. We're gonna reconsider all of our life choices up to this point. At this time, if you need a shell, stand behind the purple waymark. Stand behind the purple line. Once you get shell, stand in front of it. If you're wondering, do I need shell? The answer is probably yes. I will hand out shell during the break. Please go ahead, and if you are new, get up, use the bathroom, whatever you need to do. If you are not getting up though, there is a Trinity Avowed guide in DRS Learning for you to look at. This is going to be the hardest fight for new people, so please study up if you can, if you have not already. Otherwise, I'm going to ask everyone to be back at like 7 minutes past the hour.
Bebo.
What happened? What? No.
Never punished, don't worry about it.
Like, I'm just cleansing my re-razor, it's fine.
Okay.
It's your death party. Sad that that sound effect isn't based on your body. It's just there. Like it's centralized, I don't know what to say.
It's modded over the Overwatch one, right? Which just makes the sound regardless of localization.
Yeah.
Regardless of
It's
distance.
just more noticeable with that one because it's a longer and more robust sound.
Yeah.
Yay! That one's fun. I have everyone's sounds turned off, so I only get to hear when they have modded actions.
That's the.
Which
Do you
means
think I
that
can
every
choose
time
the other
Himbo
joke?
hits Tactician, I hear the Mustadio analysis sound.
What?
Think I can
Yeah,
get
that.
the other one? Oh, that. Yeah, I keep hearing that.
That's the Mustadio analysis sound.
It's crazy how the fucking Anyprog curse is actually fucking coming back. Just so
Hey,
sad.
at least we didn't crash the instance.
Dude. Yeah, I guess we should count our fucking blessings, huh? Was my run actually the first like instance we know of that, or?
Yes.
As we kinda know, but we are not going to say what causes it for obvious reasons.
But it's also, we still aren't 100% sure.
It's so hard to reproduce. All we know is a couple through lines.
Yeah,
We have a couple theories, but we haven't tested them, nor do we want to.
Oh, we've tested.
Yeah. Well,
we've tested some of them.
I know someone
And it
who
didn't
has
work.
tested them on a full run, but yeah, we
You can just say KG.
Yeah, we can just say KG.
yeah, but
And Oakwood.
I've never tested on a full run. Let's be clear. I don't try and grief runs usually.
Yeah, no, I'm a complete meme lord who would love seeing a run explode, but I will not crash an instance because that just wastes everyone's time.
And peers. Granted, I have enough peers for the entire alliance, but trading takes time.
Like seeing a sea of bodies jump up in the air from a miscalled super chest, that's content. Seeing a disconnect screen, that is not content.
The first time we saw it, it maybe was, but like nowadays, not really. I still have the fucking clip of the first time it happened. That shit was so fucking wild.
Never have KG and Opal in the same instance, otherwise there's a chance that the instance will crash.
I have way too many ether kits for how few fonts of magic I have. Turns out when you're on a chain spell Picto, all you need is Lucid.
We're getting closer to our like return time, so go ahead and wiggle around for me. If you could, please, thank you. Okay. It is our return time. At this time, go ahead and wiggle around. Do not get kicked by the 10-minute AFK kick timer. We are going to get started. I'm gonna be real. I'm not explaining much about TA. TA is like an entirely personal boss. There is only so much I can prepare you for it. There are obviously like the guides in GS Learning and in Beginner's Info, Beginner's Guide. But honestly, me explaining, there's not much we can do. If you're new, you're probably gonna die, probably a lot. I'll give you the basics though, and I'll try and explain what's gonna happen, like, in the fight. But you're gonna kind of have to learn with your bodies here, so, yeah. At this time though, double check everyone in your party has shell if they need it. If someone like got given shell but clicked it off, that's fine. They probably know what they're doing. If someone didn't get shell, they also probably know what they're doing. I give it to everyone behind the purple line. That said, I'm gonna go ahead and explain basically just like the core of TA. And the core of TA is going to be the temperatures. So this fight, as far as temperatures go, it works just the same as normal mode. You're gonna get given a temperature. You need to get hit by something of the opposite temperature to resolve. If you don't get hit by something of the opposite temperature and you do not end at 0 temperature, you are going to die. However, in Savage, the mechanics as far as getting hit by the right thing are much more difficult. First and foremost, in the latter half of the fight, if we see it, there are going to be elemental brands. Elemental brands basically count as a hit that happens at the end of the mechanic. So, once the elemental brands come into play, instead of getting hit by the opposite of your temperature, you need to change your temperature to be the opposite of your brand. It's basically like you're formatting it so that you are getting hit by the opposite at the end. You need to make it so that you can survive the hit by the opposite. If that doesn't make sense to you, there are a couple other ways of thinking of it. You can think of it as like math, where like the fire temperatures are positive numbers and the ice is negative. I know that helps some people. So like if you have a -2 temperature, that is like an ice 2, and you have a +1 fire 1 temperature, then you just need to get hit by fire 1 to end up at 0. If that helps you, go for it. But yeah. Other than that, there are a couple other mechanics that are going to come into play. The first of which is going to be quick marches. The boss may give you a quick march during certain mechanics, notably during the staff phase and at the start of the bow phase. You will have to use this quick march to go to a safe spot or to the meteor / source of damage that you need. For example, during meteors basically functions the same. So when you get the quick march, you just quick march from the center of the arena to the meteor you need. However, you don't have very much time, and the quick march can be like in any direction, like it could quick march you backwards. You have to face away from the meteor you need. But yeah. Important thing to know about quick marches, one, obviously they're based on your character's facing. If I have like a leftwards march and I'm facing forwards towards the boss, it's gonna march me this way. Whereas like if I had a forwards march and I'm looking towards this wall, I'd get force marched this way. Quick marches will send you 2 squares, roughly. Technically, it's more like 1.7 or whatever. Like, it won't send you 2 full squares usually, but like, think of it as 2 squares basically and you'll be fine. If you hit sprint, it'll send you a little more, like 2.53. And if you're a ninja, it will actually send you closer to that exact 2. But yeah, just keep in mind, it doesn't technically send you the full 2, but it basically sends you 2 tiles, so you can just think of it as 2. As long as you don't like edge it and like stand on the far edge of a tile. And then like, yeah. But yeah, that's the main mechanics. Other than that, like the different phases, there's the sword phase where the boss is going to go untargetable. Sword phase is going to be probably the most different from normal mode. There is a little GIF that shows it better than I can actually explain it. But I'm going to post that GIF real quick. But basically, boss is going to go untargetable, going to do slashes. I will call a tile that is safe. So for example, let me put the actual waymarks up. Hold up, we gotta grow them. Yo, they're growing. Yo. Holy shit, they grew. Okay. But for example, I'll call a safe tile like the 1 marker. If the 1 marker is safe, then in order to resolve your temperature, you just find the side of it that's getting slashed and you step out 1 cardinal square in that direction. Very important to note, do not be diagonal of the safe tile at all. If I call that the safe tile is 1 and you stand on 3 or D or C, you will instantly explode to death and you will just die. There's no way around it. Nothing I can do for you. If you're diagonal from the safe square, you are almost certainly instantly dead. If you see someone going diagonal from the safe square, especially really far out, don't follow them. They're either like on some kind of illegal substance, or they know what they're doing and they're just trolling. But yeah, that's swords. Probably the most different. What I recommend for swords, basically just like find the sword that is the opposite of your temperature, check which side it's slashing, go to the safe tile, and then step out in the direction it is slashing. Make sure you don't go out on the side it's facing, go out on the side it's slashing. Very important. Other than that, like I said, there's the staff phase. During the staff phase, it's literally the same except the meteors are much bigger. So like there's no place to get hit by nothing. So you have to get force march and you want to really, really avoid those overlaps because they are much bigger. Finally is bow phase. For bow phase, this is the other one that's probably the hardest for new people. For bow phase, the like arrows do not trace themselves down. Like in normal mode, it'll show you like with the white lines where it's gonna go. It doesn't give you that in Savage. So what you need to do is you need to trace it down. Now there are technically two ways. There's like the normal inverted ladder or whatever. But I think that's really hard to learn. That's really annoying. I also don't call if it's normal or reversed. So like, if that helps you, good luck. But what I'm gonna recommend you do, find the arrow you need. Stop attacking if you need to during this phase, because like mechanics are way more important than your life. Trace it down with your finger, your cursor, whatever. And remember that if there is a turn to the left or the right, it will always take it, okay? You can see that in this diagram where the arrow starts on like the second bar. It takes a turn to the right, it takes a turn to the left, then a turn to the right, and it ends up in the middle tile. Just trace it down, see where it ends, go where it ends. Good luck. If there's someone you know that's like experienced in your party who has the same temperature, you can try and find them. But otherwise, yeah. Good luck. And good luck is basically all I can tell you for Avowed. There are not many mechanics that I can just call out for you. It's mostly personal stuff, so like, yeah. Okay, with that said, at this time, Hanks, please go ahead and slot an Ether Shield over your weakest damage action. Usually that's going to be Banner of Honored Sacrifice. If you have Banner of Honored Sacrifice, replace that with Ether Shield. If you don't, replace your Font of Power. And yeah, everyone else, at this time, make sure that you re-up your damage actions. Get yourself back to 10 of 10, slot in your new Font of Power, Banner of Honored Sacrifice, Tier 4. During this fight, Tier 4 and Ether Shield are going to be very important. Tanks, you will need to Ether Shield any casts of Glory of Boja. I think all our tanks are pretty experienced, so we should be fine. But also importantly, Cure 4s. There's going to be a lot of outgoing damage. You may need to cast Cure 4 like 2 or even 3 times per raid wide to actually keep people alive. What I recommend, cast it once before the raid wide, once after hitting, and once after the bleed goes away. That's my general recommendation. That said, that's basically everything. If you have questions, ask them. Otherwise, come to the C waymark. Do not step past C. This boss has a very, very far pull radius. Okay, I'm waiting for movement on Hazel, Payoff, Tay, Fonts, and then EG, if you could step out to the side a little bit to make it easier to target you. But yeah, I think we're good to go. I see everyone past the purple line. Go and pop some raid food. Very important to have that HP here. Boss does a lot of damage. Tanks, make sure you have Ether Shield ready. Everyone re-up their actions. Make sure you have full charges. And we're gonna get started. 30-second countdown. Now in Revolutionary Fight Design, this boss does not start with a raid wide and instead starts with a stack tank buster. All tanks will need to get to the front of the boss at the very start. If you have Excellence, you can also just go to the front of the boss and stand in it usually. That's a fun fact. I know a lot of EU vets do that. Otherwise, Cure 4s, go ahead and apply Cure 4 now, get that bravery going. Get ready to do a big opener. The more damage we have here, the less mechanics we have to see later. And this boss has some really scary late mechanics. Tanks, go ahead and pop like a rampart and like a short cooldown and stack in front with me. Tanks, go ahead and stack in front with me. And everyone else can go ahead and Ether Shield and mitigate. Ether Shield, Feint, Auto Reprisal. Ether Shield, Feint, Auto Reprisal. Cure for casters, heal everyone back up. Next up, we are going to be getting away from the boss. Get out and away from the boss. Melee you can greet until right about now. Get out and away from the boss. And get back in. Get back in. We are going to get in front or behind. Get behind the boss. Unlucky. Get behind the boss. And after this goes off, we can get in front of the boss. Get in front of the boss now. We're going we're going sword, staff, bow. Sword, staff, bow. Get in front of the boss. Towards 3 is safe. At this point, if you have any burst left over, this is your last chance to pop it. Boss going untargetable in like 15-20 seconds. You're going to get a temperature and the boss is going to spawn, cleanse, then go untargetable. Check your temperature. Again, I will call a safe square. Do not be diagonal of the safe square, no matter what. Check your temperature. Our first safe square is going to be 1. 1 is our safe tile. Go cardinal of 1 to resolve your temperature. If you are on 3, you instantly explode and die. Okay, our second safe square is going to be 2. Go to 2 if you are clean. Do not be on 4. If you have a temperature, this is your last chance to resolve it. Boss going to come back when stacked together. Get ready to Feint, Auto, Reprisal, Dismantle, and Ether Shield. Ether Shield. Feint, Auto, Reprisal, Dismantle. Stack together, Cure for casters, heal everyone back up. Your 2 minutes should be coming up in just a second. Pop them and kill boss. Next up, we're getting out and away from the boss. Range you can get out now. Melee you can wait until right about now. Everyone get away from the boss. And we can get back in. Get to the center of the arena. Everyone is going to get a temperature and a quick march. Check which direction your quick march is sending you once you get it. You're going to find the meteor you need, line your quick march up, and stop attacking so that you do not change your facing. Okay, I'm going to drag the boss back more middle. Go and stack together in the center. Find the meteor you need. Check your quick march and get quick march to it. Stop attacking if you need. Okay, we're going to get back in on the boss. Cure for casters, go and heal your party up. Stack together. Ether Shields, Feint, Auto Reprisal, Dismantle. Ether Shield. Cure for casters, heal everyone back up now. And next up, we can get behind the boss once she moves. Get behind the boss once she moves. Get behind the boss now. South is safe. Tanks, we're gonna have another one of those tank busters. Tanks, you can pop a rampart, pop or cooldown. Get in front with me. Everyone is getting a quick march first, though. That quick march is going to be used to send us to either B or D. Again, pop that mitigation, stack up front. And check your quick march. We're going to use it to go to B or D. We're going to yellow, Bravo. Bravo, B, yellow. Healers, if you see someone in the death wall, please rescue them after their re-raiser procs. Everyone is getting a temperature. Check your temperature. Find the arrow opposite your temperature and trace it down. Find your arrow, trace it down, and good luck. Okay, go ahead and come back together. We're gonna have another raid fight yet again. Cure for casters, heal everyone back up. Otherwise, Feint, Auto, Reprisal, Dismantle. Don't use too much party mitigation here. Just Feint, Auto, Reprisal, Dismantle, and Ether Shield. Your 4 is heal everyone back up. Everyone go and sack on the ignore 1. We're gonna get in front of the boss here for swords 2. Okay, we are going to get an elemental brand here. We're getting an elemental brand here.
Oh.
you're gonna get a temperature and a brand. What I recommend, get hit by the opposite of your temperature, then get hit by the opposite of your brand. So if you have fire 2 temperature, get hit by ice 1. Then if you have a fire 2 brand, get hit by ice 2. You may have to get hit twice. Again, I will call this safe spots. Our first safe spot is going to be 1. Go Cardinal of 1 to resolve. If you are on 3, you instantly explode. Do not be on 3. Cardinal of 1 is safe. Okay, next up. 2 is our safe spot. 2 is our safe spot. Go Cardinal of 2 to resolve. Do not be on 4. Do not be on 4. Okay, get back in on the boss, stack together, get ready to Ether Shield and mitigate and kill the boss. This is not a healer LB angle. Stack together, feint, Ether Shield, feint, auto, reprisal, dismantle. Yeah, may as well tank LB, why not? Triple casters heal everyone back up. Okay, congratulations on your clear.
What?
Huh?
What?
Clear?
Yeah, on clearing
We just
TA.
cleared the instant.
Yeah, we're done. Congratulations on clearing TA. That's the hardest fight for new people. Normally we do a little ceremony for new people, but honestly, like it's 12:30. It's kind of late. I don't feel like doing it, so like, go ahead and focus on raising people. We're gonna be going to a secret boss before we go to the queen. We cannot do queen until we do the secret boss. So what we're gonna do, once everyone is back up, there is going to be a gate after the jump pad. I'm gonna go through the gate and open it. I'm gonna go through the gate and open it, yeah. And then we're going to go down the stairs. Down the stairs there are traps. Please do not walk into traps here. Do not walk into traps here. Someone has perception, we're gonna let them percept. We are probably pretty low on our rises here, so avoid all traps, wait for them to load. There is an explosion on the bridge. Avoid all traps, please. Avoid all traps. Yeah, TA is by far the hardest of the instance when you're still learning it. Once you get used to it, it's like pretty easy, calm. It's just a debuff fight, but as you're learning it, it's very hard. Okay, welcome to the Stigmalock Lord. This is a non-optional add encounter. If we go to the queen right now, she is going to become invincible, unkillable, and she's just going to kill us. It's literally not possible to clear if we do not kill the spots. So we gotta kill them. Okay, so welcome to Stigmalock Lord. I'm gonna go and put down the waymarkers. Let's see. Here we go. If I could please have tanks on the 1, 2, 3, and 4 waymarkers. Preferably tanks who know what they're doing. And for healers, if I could have you stand on B if you have any light curtains, to be flecked. D if you have a dispel, to dispel. If I could have one more tank, please. Any tank on 2 for me. If no one volunteers, I'm gonna volunteer. I think Hazel, you gotta just step up and do it. I don't think we have any other tanks, so. Oh, we have Taoff, yeah. So Taoff, you can do it as well. There we go. Okay, perfect. Okay, so tanks, you guys know what you're doing. You guys should all be comfortable with this. If you need my help at this point, there is something drastically wrong. Healers. So I'm gonna explain what you're doing in just a second, healers, but a lot of you know what you're doing, so I'm not gonna worry too much about it. I see Fonts and Kiki both reflect, and I see Bebo dispelling. That is good enough for me. So okay, welcome to Minotaur. Minotaur is, again, as I said, a non-optional trash fight that we have to do, and I have some good news for you. The boss ahead of us is very, very easy. All this boss does is like a proximity, some conals, very easy mechanics that are very easy to dodge. That said, it does have a very scary ads phase that we cannot skip. So, that's what all the explanations are going to be about. And I'm probably going to have to spend like 5 minutes explaining because the ad space is very scary. So, when the boss goes below 70% HP, it is going to go untargetable. If you look at the ground, you notice like all this dark blue tiling, it is all going to turn into a death ball, leaving basically 2 like cog-shaped rings, one on the outside with the numbers and one on the inside with the letters. If you're a healer, you're going to go into the A, B, C, and D waymarkers to resolve some mechanics that I will explain in just a second. Everyone else, if you are not assigned as a tank, you are going to go to the 3 waymarker. That's going to be on the outer ring, and I say specifically the 3 waymarker. I ask you not to leave the 3 waymarker for a very important specific reason that I will explain in just a second. So as I said, all of this dark blue tiling is going to turn into a death ball, leaving the inner and outer rings. And then the first mechanic, and then there are going to be some ads. Once these ads die, ads phase is over and we are free. So our number 1 priority is killing ads after we do mechanics. Because the mechanics in this ads phase are largely insta-death. If you fail a mechanic, there's a very good chance you will instantly explode and die, and there is nothing we can do to save you. So, please be ready to do some mechanics. Okay, so, first mechanic of ad phase, entrapment. During entrapment, everywhere that is not 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the outer ring is going to become unsafe, as there could potentially be a trap anywhere between that area. Tanks are going to pop in, and explode them, but if you do not see a trap, if you have not seen a trap be popped, do not go off of the 3-way marker. Because again, there could be a trap on either side, you cannot know. Do your best to be safe, okay? Do not get blown up. The second mechanic is going to be Fateful Words. This is the insta-death mechanic I was talking about. It is the image that Wobble just reposted and that I am just reposting again, because it is that important, okay? During Fateful Words, you are going to get one of 2 debuffs, okay? A Sacrifice Pull or a Wander Push. You must resolve this debuff properly or you will instantly die to the death wall, okay? So please, lock in, do that mechanic, and if you do, the rest of that phase is fine, okay? What you need to do, okay? I will say to check your debuff and do your word. What does that mean? Well, the 2 debuffs are going to move your character. You will need to use the notches. You notice how like this safe zone is like kind of a cog because it has the teeth on the inside and outside. You will need to use these notches in order to get pushed or pulled the correct distance without hitting a death wall. If you have the Sacrifice debuff, that is going to pull you in. You know it's going to pull you in because the icon looks like the boss is slurping up fettuccine alfredo that he just got from Fazoli's. God, I wish that was me. The boss is going to pull you in when the debuff goes off, so you need to be on an outer notch, away from the middle of the arena, so you get pulled into an inner notch. If you are not in a notch, you get pulled into the death wall. If you are on the wrong notch, you get pulled into a death wall. So again, you have the fettuccine alfredo slurping sacrifice debuff. It is going to pull you in, stand on the outer notch. On the flip side, if you get the wander debuff, this one is going to push you. It's going to push you the distance from the inner notch to the outer notch. So what do you need to do? You need to take your debuff. You need to stand on the inner notch. So you need to get so that you get pushed into the outer notch. As with the pull one, if you do not stand in a notch, if you stand in the wrong notch, you are instantly dead. We cannot help you. So when this mechanic is going off, stop attacking if you need to. Do whatever you can to resolve the debuff and do your work, okay? This is an entirely personal mechanic. There's nothing I can do, there's nothing anyone else can do to help you. You check your debuff, you stand on the correct notch, it goes off, and you are done. Okay, and then there's one final mechanic you need to watch out for, and that is Devastating Bolt. After the words mechanic, you can just stay in the notch that you got pulled or pushed to, because right after there's going to be Devastating Bolt, where all of this like middle path is going to be unsafe, and everyone, both on the inner and outer notch, must stand into any notch. After this goes off, there's going to be puddles at people's feet. That is the time that you can move from 3 to dodge out of the orange at your feet. just like Dahu. As a reminder, ever since Phantom it has been twice come ruin. If you get hit by 2 puddles, 2 of the main boss's mechanics, whatever, you are going to die. It's not 3 like Trinity Seeker, it is 2. So again, so final thing I'm going to talk about, okay, actually not final thing. Now, healers, I had you guys stand specifically on the B and D waymarks. That is because while the DPS are killing the adds, you have a special job. There are going to be orbs that spawn on the inner ring. These are going to be balls of fire and balls of earth. Healers, it is your job to dispel any balls of earth as they will have a powerful stone skin. Once you dispel them, you can just attack them once and kill them. On the other side, there are going to be balls of fire. These balls of fire are going to do AoEs around them, much like the orbs in Queensguard and the orbs in the next fight we're going to talk about later. They're going to do an AoE around them. You can just reflect them to kill them. Very important that you do these. If these do not get resolved, then they will do a big raid bite and give everyone one of those doom stacks. If 2 of them go off, that's basically just a wipe, and we have to go home. Know that we wiped a Minotaur like a crystal run. Okay, that's basically all I have to say. One final thing I'm gonna ask you. Do not do like any big damage to the main boss. Save all your damage for the adds, okay? The adds are the most important thing in this fight, okay? If we kill the adds, then there are way less mechanics that we have to worry about. So I'm going to ask you all to please save all your bursts. Save your Fauna Powers, your Fauna Magics, your Chain Spells, your Banner Run Sacrifice. If it has longer than a 40-second cooldown, do not use it. Do not use anything that has longer than a 40-second cooldown in your opener. Save all of that for the adds phase where we're going to focus down the adds. The only exception really is like, if you're a kiting tank or if you're a healer, you can use whatever wrist you have, but it's going to be pretty meager, so even then you can still save it for the adds for after you are freed from kiting duties. That's basically all I have to say. Tanks, please remember where you were assigned to kite. If you have any questions, please ask them now. Otherwise, everyone else come to 3. Waiting for movement from Ilya, from Teof, and from William. Wait, okay, Ilya has moved. Perfect, we are good to go. William is in the arena, so I assume William is ready. We're going to start a 16-second cooldown. Again, do not use anything that has longer than a 40-second cooldown in this opener. We're holding on to all of that for the adds phase. Okay, boss is starting. Everyone please go ahead and get close to the boss. There's going to be a knockback followed by some cones. They are easier to dodge if you are closer. Get close to the boss and find your knockback immunity. You're going to press it after you see this auto. Press your knockback immunity now. Arms length or surecast and get close to the boss. Next up, dodge out of the wax. Melees you can run towards the north to bait them away from the range. Otherwise, just dodge at the wax. Next up, range you can start getting away, and melee you can follow. We're going to, okay, adds is starting. Tanks get to positions. Everyone to 3 except healers who are on the inner ring, and tanks who are with their add. Tanks pull your add out, please make sure to provoke it, and then kite it around. Go ahead and pop your burst, kill the Minotaurs. Pop your burst, kill the Minotaurs, and stay on 3. Entrapment is starting. Okay, tanks you are going to run around, pop your invuln, pop the traps. Healers, please keep an eye out for any Dark Knights or Warriors. And everyone get ready to do your words. Words are out, check your debuff, do your word. Check your debuff and resolve it. Check your debuff, do your word. Be in a notch. Okay. Next up, everyone stay in a notch, stay in a notch, stay in a notch, stay in a notch, stay in a notch. Perfect. Dodge the orange at your feet. There's going to be puddles. Do not stand in a puddle. Dodge the orange at your feet. And kill this last Minotaur. feel like now's a good time to focus on our rising. I don't see any dead actually, which is huge. But yeah. And we're gonna get 3 buff culling. Beautiful. And we get back in on the boss. All the orbs are dead. No one is dead, so let's keep it that way. Little raid-wide cure for casters, make sure to heal everyone back up after it. And we can all get in on the boss. Next up are some baited AoEs. If you get an AoE on you, take it out and away from the group. Take AoEs out and away and then get out of the puddles that they leave. Get out of the puddles that they leave. Everyone can get away from the boss now. 11 to 11 ton swing. If you can get up close, you are too close. Get all the way out and away. All the way out and away. And back in on the boss. Next up, there's going to be a couple more sets of those baited AoEs, followed by a baited proximity. Take these AoEs out and away. Take AoEs out and away, and get ready for a baited proximity. We're going to get about half the room away. Get away from this, all the way against the wall between A1. Get all the way against the wall at A, you can outrange these. All the way against the wall at A. Just outrange these, don't bother. One more, beautiful. Get back in on the boss. There's going to be a tank buster that usually people like to meme around with, but we might not even see it, so beautiful. Again, I don't see any dead. We can go ahead to Queen, who is our final boss.
Can we G-jump full coin?
Fuck it, sure, why not? Okay, Queen is...
That would make the Queen take faster.
Yeah, anything that makes Queen die faster. Welcome to Queen. If you are new, I hope you enjoyed the cutscene. Bad news, it is literally the same as normal. With slightly different tests. So like, that's tough. Once you finish the cutscene, the boss is going to get pulled. If you are not in the cutscene, you can build some job gauge. I'm pulling the boss now. If you're out of the cutscene, then build some job gauge. Otherwise, yeah, just don't be in the arena. This is not going to go off. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to start giving out shell. If you need shell, please be behind the purple line. If you do not need shell, please get in front of the purple line. Once you get shell, also please move in front of the purple line. Make it easier to give out to everyone. And yeah, tanks, you can also help give out shell by slotting it over your ether shield and then slotting ether shield back over your shell. Okay, while I am shelling, I am going to say congratulations on making it to Queen. As of killing Trinity Avowed, or seeing Trinity Avowed, you now qualify for any and all re-clears on this server, nowadays at least. So even if we do not kill here, there's going to be the Lin re-clear on Friday, and maybe even some more in the coming days. But yeah, that said, we're still obviously gonna do our best to kill the Queen, and at this point forward is basically just a collar check. Most of the mechanics are literally just listen to Opalt, you'll be fine. I'm going to highly recommend that you focus target me. We're not in a full instance, so the risk is pretty low. But you should focus target me still, so that you can see the ignore 1 over my head easier, just in case your, like, render distance is too low. But yeah, there are going to be a lot of mechanics where I say just follow the ignore 1. That said, I'm gonna go ahead and put out the waymarks. I'm happy to report that I actually only need to explain 2.5 mechanics to you, okay? Unfortunately, one of the half mechanics I need to explain to you is these waymarks. Now, these waymarks may look a little funny, but these are the battleship waymarks. You can also call them the chess markers, whatever you want. These make it very easy to call every single tile that we will use in this fight. I either call them by saying a specific tile, for example, this is the 4 tile, or by calling what the 2 tiles intersecting are. So for example, this is the A4 tile, because it intersects, because it is in the line of the A and the 4. This one's the B4 tile, and this one's the C4 tile. I'm no longer allowed to make this joke, after a cease and desist letter from the evil tyrant Carter. This is so sad.
This is so sad.
But yeah, if you are having trouble following these, again, you can always look for the ignore one on my HUD. Because I know this may be hard for some people to follow. Okay, that said, that is a half mechanic. The first mechanic I need to explain to you in full is going to be Super Chess. I'm going to put the Queen Guide into DRS Learning. If you look in there, you will see many guides, but I'm going to post the most important one for you, and it's going to be this image. Okay, so during Super Chess, the boss is going to go untargetable. That means you don't have to worry about damage, you don't have to worry about anything, just doing the mechanic, okay? The boss is going to give you 2 of 3 debuffs. It will give you 2 of 2, 3, or 4. What I'm going to need you to do, take these debuffs and add them together. So if you get a 2 and a 3, you are a 5. I'm going to tell you, when I say where for 5s to go somewhere, you're going to go to that tile. If you get a 2 and a 4, you are a 6. You're going to go to the tile that I tell 6s to go to. If you get a 7, if you get a 3 and a 4, you're going to get a 7. You're going to go to the tile I tell 7s to go to. If you somehow get any other sum, normally I would say that, like, you counted wrong, but knowing DRS, it could also just be a bug. But odds are, you're not the first person to discover the Super Chess bug. You probably counted wrong. Make sure you recount and figure out whether you were a 5, 6, or 7. Once you have that total, you're going to go to one of the tiles based on where I say. For example, I might say something like 5s to A4, 6s to B4, 7s to C4. Or I might say something like 6s to D, 7s to C, 5s to B3. That is basically just the mechanic. At that point, there's one other failure point. As long as you stand on the correct tile, the next steps are pretty easy, okay? I'm going to tell you a column to walk up. For example, I might say walk up the D column. What's going to happen? Once you have dots above your head, you'll have like 2, 3, or 4 dots above your head. You're going to walk into the column I say and then up it until those dots disappear and no further. Make sure you please make sure you take it one tile at a time. For example, if I was here, I had 3 dots on my head. I walked 1 tile this way. Now I have 2 dots on my head. I walk 1 tile this way. Now I have 1 dot on my head. When I walk 1 tile this way, let's say theoretically I could, I now have 0 dots on my head. From this point forward, if I step 1 more tile, I now have a big red spike above my head. With this big red spike, if you do not go back a tile within 3 seconds, you will instantly die to a doom. So, again, take it 1 tile at a time. Very easy, very simple. Here's what that red spike looks like. If you get that, then you need to go back a tile or 2 until it goes away. And assuming you walk the first part correctly, after that there is literally no failure point, because, guess what? After that, you literally just move to the big glowing tile. There's going to be a big, obvious glowing tile, either the north or the south, and you just walk there. Very easy, very simple. Assuming you did everything up to this point right, you can't really mess it up much. It's important that you get to that safe tile, because if you die outside of the tile, so for example, if you miscount, you die outside the tile, and you die, you can re-raise and then die again, because the attack from not being on the safe tile actually goes through invulnerability. So don't be the unfortunate person who dies outside, raises, and then dies again. That would be very sad. I don't want that to happen to you. Just get to the safe tile, whether you counted correctly or not at that point, because it's better to die in the safe tile than to die outside of it. Okay, last mechanic. I promise. I asked everyone to bring light curtains. This is where you're going to use them. Light curtains are used to reflect some large AoEs after Super Chess and after the third relentless play mechanic. What I recommend right now, find a spot on your hotbar and place them. You can drag them from your holster and put them on your hotbar somewhere. And then once you do that, you can easily access them and press them mid-combat. Please remember that light curtains do take a GCD, so like if I do a GCD and then I try and press it, it will not go off. They also don't queue very well, so what you're going to need to do, when I say that light curtains are coming up, you can just stop attacking for a second, press your light curtain, and be good. If you do not bring light curtains or you are out of them, you can also just follow the ignore one. I will stand somewhere that is safe from the orbs, ideally. And that's going to be the easiest way to just resolve it if you do not have one. Also, healers, if you have a Dispel still in your holster, now is a good time to slot it. You're going to slot it in and dispel some buffs after you press your light curtain. Okay, that is the mechanic. That's it. That's all I have for you. If you have any questions, now is the last chance to ask them. Otherwise, come up to the B4 tile.
Hey, a question about the light curtains. Are we reflecting for damage, or is that just for uptime? Or
so there are going to be orbs. These balls, orbs around the arena. We need to reflect them to create a dome of safe space. If you are not in the dome at like the end of the mechanic, then you will just die. So we do need to reflect them. However, we have so many people with light curtains nowadays, you don't really need to reflect them if you don't have a light curtain, or if you just want to be safe.
Okay.
That's mostly it. Physical target is going to be Artemis. They will slot it in during the countdown. Please wait for them to have that triangle on their heads. Otherwise, once I see movement from Shaka, I think we're going to be good. Okay, I think everyone is good. At this time, if your food is under like 10 minutes, I would go ahead and pop another one if you have some. It's free, it's easy, it's good HP, good damage. Cure for casters, make sure you have another Cure 4 plate slotted in here if you have one. There's going to be a lot of healing, same as Trinity of Vow. At this time, I'm going to start a 30-second countdown. Okay, go ahead and mimic Artemis. If you are a physical target, here for casters you can give out that bravery now. Tanks, make sure you have Ether Shield slotted. This fight does start with a raid wide. We will need to feint auto reprisal dismantle as well as Ether Shield. I will solo all the busters, don't worry. And we're gonna get started. This boss is going to start with a raid wide. So go ahead and stack together, feint auto reprisal dismantle, and Ether Shield. Ether Shield, Ether Shield. Ether Shield now, Ether Shield now. Here for casters, heal everyone back up.
Ready?
Hey yo.
Oh yeah.
Go and stack together. Next up is the hardest mechanic to call in DRS. I might say some stuff to myself, but do not follow until I say a tile. 4, 1. Okay, hoping for east or west. North, south is also okay, maybe? Okay, we are heading south. We're getting downtime. C3, back half of C3, do not be on the back wall. Do not be on the back wall. Ignore when it's safe. Do not be on the back wall. Do not be in the middle. Now we can get back in. The C column is still safe. C column is still safe. Do not be in the middle. Perfect. Next up is a tank buster, but I have blood rage, so I can cover all 3 of them. Get ready for a downtime mechanic. We're gonna have a tank buster, a raid wide, then downtime. Here's that tank buster. Next up is a raid wide. Go and stack together. Stack together. Ether Shield and mitigate. Ether Shield feint out of reprisal now. Cure for casters, you healing everyone back up. Okay, and we're going into downtime. Next up is super chest, that downtime mechanic I mentioned. Get ready to check your debuffs. We're turning our camera towards the south. Head towards the north and check your debuffs. 6s are going to D. 7s are going to C. And 5s are going to C2. 5s to C2, 6s to D, 7s to C. 5s to ignore 1, 6s to 6, 7s to 7. Once your dots appear, we're moving into and up the D column. Wait. Move into and up the D column. Into and up the D column. Once your dots appear, stop it moving. If you get a red spike, move back. Okay, at this time we're going to move into that big glowing safe tile no matter what. No matter what, move into the glowing safe tile. Move into the safe tile no matter what. After this, after we are unstunned, there's going to be a raid wide. Get ready to faint out of presence, dismantle the boss, and also use your 2 minutes. Up your 2 minutes, stack together. There's going to be a raid wide in just a second. Faint out of presence, dismantle, and ether shield, ether shield, ether shield. Cure for casters, get ready to heal everyone back up. Cure 4s, heal everyone back up. Next up is going to be that light curtain mechanic. Once the sovereignty gauge on your screen hits 100, you're going to need to press a light curtain. Get ready, get ready. Stop attacking and press a light curtain now. Press a light curtain now. If you don't have one, follow the ignore 1. Ignore 1 is safe if you don't have one. Healers, please dispel. Everyone get into the big orb globe now. Get into the dome, no matter what. Perfect. We're going to get back in on the boss. Next up is going to be a relentless play mechanic. This is going to be the Queen's Guard tether wind mechanic with a show hole mechanic. You may need to stop attacking here. Get ready. Remember to focus on mechanics over uptime. Check for a tether. Others will go to wind, rest to lightning, but wait, don't go out yet. Okay, we are heading towards away from the numbers, head east away from numbers, tethers to wind, rest, lightning. Point your gap to A1, gap to A1, gap to A1. And now to a turn on the wall. Back in on the boss. Next up is our next tank buster. I can cover this one, but I will need someone to cover the last one. Carlana, if you could provoke after this.
Okay.
Perfect, you can provoke now. And we can go ahead and stack together in the middle. Hold your 2-minute buffs. Hold 2-minute buffs. Hold on to your 2-minute buffs. We're going to have a significant downtime here. After the downtime, you want to pop them immediately. Go and stand in the middle. You're going to follow the ignore 1 for this mechanic. Follow the ignore 1 here. Potentially annoying pattern. Okay, we're getting knocked away from the numbers. Stand on the ignore 1 exactly. Stand on ignore 1. Run against the wall. Perfect. Next up, run towards the queen. Small safe spot on A. Small safe spot on A. Small safe spot on A. Tiny safe spot on A. Do not be in the overlap. Perfect. Pop your 2 minutes now, pop your 2 minutes, and we're gonna do as much damage as possible to the boss here. Stack up Ether Shield and Mitigate, Ether Shield and Mitigate, Ether Shield, Cure 4, then Auto Reprisal. Heal everyone back up now. And get ready for a second Super Chest mechanic if the boss does not die. We're probably gonna see this, be ready to do it. Actually, no we aren't. Boss is dead. Perfect. Thank you all so much for coming on a Wednesday night. I know it is late, so I'm not going to hold you up too much. Congratulations to our first clears, though. Not very many of them, but we love to see them regardless. It's like half the reason we're here, other than addiction. If this was your first time, then you can feel free to go to the back and take a picture if you would so like. Otherwise, once you leave the instance, your Cerberus mount is going to be in your achievement menu. Not like Jonathan, that guy's unemployed and a bum. In addition, make sure you grab the chest that will have 1 full augment for your Law's Order gear. Law's Order is like a nice little damage bonus. It's like 15 to 30% damage bonus. May as well grab it. It's very fun on some jobs. Otherwise, yeah, thank you so much for coming. These runs are a lot of fun. I love doing DRS. I host because no one else will host. If I don't do it, then who will? There are so many other hosts on the server, much less washed than I am. Highly recommend checking out Lynn's Reclears, highly recommend checking out the Anyprog that got posted mid-run. Go to Bebo and Gremlin's co-hosted run on Sunday, please. they will also, that's also going to be a great time. And yeah, like this content's so fun. I hope to see you guys on more runs in the future, whether you're here for a mount, a title, armor, whatever, or just for fun at this point. This content is great. Please keep coming back. We cannot do this without you. We literally cannot enter the instance without 24 people. Lord knows if we could go in with less, we would. But yeah, I hope to see you guys on more runs in the future. And yeah, good night. You're free to go.
Wait, DRS is supposed
Thanks,
to be
so
FUD?
Paul. Huge fan.
Wait, DRS.
Surprisingly, I didn't die at all.